All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. How is everybody doing this Monday blizzard in NYC evening? But that's neither here nor there. Hopefully, y'all having yourselves a good day. Oh, Lord, what a day it's going to be. Monday Night Raw is upon us. Let's listen to Gunta.
But I understand. You people feel for those losers. You like them. Losers like Bill Goldberg. Losers like John Cena. And losers like AJ Styles.
Yeah, Gunther's on a mega heel run.
Is that I killed their career. So what should really happen here tonight is a celebration for a truly great wrestler. Me! That is enough! Enough! That is enough!
Oh, here comes Adam Pearce.
Gunther! That is enough! I said that is enough! That is enough! That is enough! God damn it!
Congratulations! Oh, my God.
I knew you'd come out here and try and do
Roddy
something like
One
that.
just resubscribed for 7 months.
Yeah. Is we are going to celebrate the career of AJ Styles.
Okay.
So you're done. Get out of the ring. Call it a night. Right. I'm having my boys escort you out of this building right now.
Damn. Oh, they trying to escort Gunther out of here. They trying to escort him out of here. Yeah, you know Pierce is always going to be screaming.
But not because you tell me. Because out of my free will, I decide to leave this building because I'm disgraced by what is going to happen here tonight.
He's disgraced by them celebrating the career of AJ Styles tonight? NY legend Batuan said you never thought Fat Gunther in NXT would be a top heel? Well, here we are.
Remember, it was in this building back over the summer where Gunther retired Goldberg, the beginning of this career killer stance for Gunther.
Oh, there's a Push LA Knight shirt.
Gunther does speak a great deal of truth. The man has ended legendary careers. I don't agree with his
Ice Cream, what's going on?
Tonight,
Red in the building, what's happening?
And kudos to our general manager.
They're trying to escort Gunther out of the building, and it seems like he's heading back down to the ring. He wants to hear the Atlanta, Georgia. Oh, wait a minute. It's Dragon Lee again. Dragon Lee just attacked him from behind. Dragon Lee, who got hung a couple of weeks ago, damn near suffocated to death, like what almost happened to Big Boss Man at WrestleMania 15. Gunther gets accosted by Dragon Lee. Sargon in the building, put 10 on and said, what's going on? Chad, hopefully y'all having a good day. Ready to see some succulent ladies indeed. Oh, wait a minute. Dragon Lee came back again. Oh, my God. Dragon Lee. Oh, he completely missed Gunther on that final swing right there, but he was able to go get him this time around. Oh, but Gunther's got him in the air right now. Gunther's got him in the air right now. They're still wrestling and battling to the bottom. See, I like brawls like this because you see the struggle from the security, and despite the fact that they're being attacked too, they're still attempting their best effort to try to separate the two of them. Adam Pearce is angry as hell. Oh, wait a minute. It's Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes has approached Gunther as Gunther gets off the ground. He pats Adam Pearce and looks like Cody's on his way to the ring. The man from Atlanta, Georgia is on his way out to the ring. All right. Here comes Cody Rhodes. Here comes Cody Rhodes. That's not bad. Not a bad, not a terrible start. Thus far, Raheem's on the way. Cody Rhodes on his way out to the ring, ladies and gentlemen. The suspenders fit Cody well. If I'm not mistaken, he did mention on it might have been Undertaker's podcast. He's trying to get the suspenders over. So I think it's a nice addition to the fits. So it's good for him. Yeah, the people wanted to see Cody. You know you're going to get the pyro. They're feeling very good about seeing Cody Rhodes. Exciting times for him. He's got to go and win the Elimination Chamber in order to make it to WrestleMania. I saw a couple of people speculating that WrestleMania could potentially be shades of WrestleMania 16, or I should say WrestleMania 2000, because nobody calls it WrestleMania 16. And it'd be a four-way match for the WWE Championship between McIntyre, Fatu, Cody Rhodes, and Randy Orton. I don't know about all that, but one way or another, it's going to be very, very interesting. How's the snow out here? Well, apparently they said it's going to snow again on Wednesday, but what a day of shoveling early. I literally shoveled a little bit yesterday evening just because I happened to be outside. So I said, fuck it, let me just try to make it a little bit lighter for myself in the morning. That did nothing. It was a legitimate 16 to 20 inches. Legitimate 16 to 20 inches kind of a day of snow out here. Like, I don't think we've actually had snow like that in maybe a decade. So that was made me really this close to wanting to go buy a snowblower, but nonetheless, shoveling was all right. I jumped off my roof. Some people didn't think I actually did it. Actually, now that I think about it, you know what? After Cody gets done with his promo, we'll look at it. People thought, oh man, he got an AI edit. AI edit? You don't think I jumped off of my roof? I got the video for you. NY Legend put 2 on it, said Cody, Vontavious, Cordarius, Raheem Rhodes. And formerly Damn Rudy put 10 on it, said rank, more likely to happen. Grant Williams, my favorite player, absolutely not. Simon Dean, my GOAT, I promise you that's not happening. Marry and have kids with Bonnie Blue, that's absolutely crazy. Become a diehard Jet fan or admit I love the Bronx. I'll take the Jet fan. That'll be number one. That'll be the first one to happen. I'd be a Jet fan before I have to deal with admit I love the Bronx is crazy. That'll never happen.
Mr.
Grant Williams, my favorite player.
LG just
Fuck out of here.
resubscribed for
Simon Dean,
17
my
months.
GOAT. I'd rather hang out with my friends and marry and have kids with Bonnie Blue. I'd rather drag my scrotum from New York City to the Grand Canyon over sandpaper than have that be my reality. Let's listen to the former WWE champion.
The phenomenal AJ Styles.
Mr. DLG in the building. What's going on?
Wrestling Royal T-shirt.
Oh, Lord, it's Bronson Reed. It's Bronson Reed on his way out. Sully Griffin put 5 on, said, love your shorts with the tipsy bartender. You can't remember laughing that hard in a while. My liver is on the phone. You don't get me started on the tipsy bartender. Man, I just came across a video yesterday. Oh, Lord. I cannot believe this man is still operating, making drinks. Here's my concern, right? Let's just, because for one, you never see him actually drink his own drinks, right? But then for two, who's really drinking this? Is there an audience who's being presented with the drink and then they proceed to drink? No, I'm telling you right now, even if, oh, well, we donate it to who? To who? Who's drinking it? I need answers. Let's hear what Paul Heyman's got to say.
I cannot stand this place. You all do that and disrespect my wise man. Disrespect the vision. Hey, boys, I can admit it. I'm ashamed of being from Atlanta. Hey, no worries, because you know who's not ashamed to be from Atlanta? That man right there, Cody Rhodes. Because just like everyone from Atlanta,
Like you, like you, like you. He's got zero common sense. Cody Rhodes showing up on Monday Night Raw. Dog, are you insane? When Bronson Reed wins tonight, wins the Elimination Chamber, and wins at WrestleMania, the Vision's taking over SmackDown 2. And you, Cody Rhodes, are the first guy out the door. However, God bless all of you because you're here in our presence. And that all starts when Bronson Reed wins his qualifying match, which starts right now.
Logan Paul kicks off Monday Night Raw.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's someone here who would disagree with that.
Oh, Lord. They about to start yeeting crazy out there. They making noise right now for the Usos. Sargon Patron said the Vision needs Braun Breaker, and in due time, he will be back. Staph infection. Don't want to rush, you know that. So we soon gonna have him back. Meanwhile, Jey Uso yeeting with his family. Ortega, what's going on? Said you're here and turned up the violence. Yeah, you know how Jey Uso is. Yeah, they eating out there in Georgia. You know how they get down. Masked Man is Stomp is gonna be useless on Reed tonight unless the match. Well, we shall see. Jey Uso getting ready. Yeah, he didn't grab a baby this time around. They made it down to the ring incredibly fast. Today's going to be a jam-packed Monday Night Raw. How do I feel about Trick Williams? Absolutely love him. I think he's got box office attraction all about it. Looking like a Ministry of Darkness member is crazy. But yeah, they got he's got box office attraction written all over him. I saw a tweet earlier today that said he reminds them a lot of 99 Rock. I'm not going to go that far, but Trick 100% got all of the charisma. It's not forced. It's organic. I love Trick Williams. I love what he does. He's got great in-ring move. He moves like Booker T. Has the charisma to be able to carry a character. All you need, especially in this era, give that man some, you don't need no 5-star matches, but give that man some classics, and we straight, bro. He move in the ring, he move like Booker. He moves like Booker. Now, Booker did have a bit of stiffness to him when he went through certain motions, but he was also very fluid as well. But he moves just like Booker. He has all of that charisma that's there as well. I think he's got the box office attraction. They make a Trick Williams feud with Montez Ford. And I said before, now here's the thing, right? Unless Montez and Angelo Dawkins break up, I don't want that to happen because I've been big on Montez Ford and Angelo. I thought Angelo Dawkins in 2024 probably for individuals and tag teams, he stepped up tremendously. And for whatever reason, the Street Profits did not get as much shine last year than I thought they would. So if they do split them up, which I think it's inevitable because at this point, I think they may have ran their course as a tag team because we're not seeing them on television regularly. There were some injuries here and there, but then for whatever reason, it's like, how many times have we seen the Street Profits over the course of the last 18 months? Not that much. So if they do end up going their separate ways, I think they'll both be able to survive. I think we just got to see more mic time from Angelo, but when he's serious and he's impassioned, I think he can work the mic very well. There's nothing left to be said about Montez. I'm all in on Montez. So we'll see how things play out. Javon Evans is a modern day Kofi Kingston. Yeah, with the athleticism, I think he's a better high flyer to a degree. Just because he can jump a bit farther, can jump a little bit higher. And he's still incredibly young. So I don't want people, like I saw some discourse on Twitter where folks was talking about, yeah, push Javon to the moon early so he can become the youngest world champion. I'm like, listen, that got to be organic. You don't want to force it. Because the moment you start getting to the point in which you start trying to force motherfuckers, you end up with a big dog Roman Reigns situation. You don't want to have that happen. Lord Jeff said he forget the segment order matches. You'd like to say, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be out until WrestleMania 42 and the 2026 NBA playoffs first round. So you won't be here in the chat starting next week because Friday will be your last day in the chat for SmackDown. Oh my, Lord Jeff. Hopefully everything will be all right, but I will see you then. And it's El Grande Americano, the original El Grande Americano, making his way down to the ring. Making his way down to the ring. Carmelo needs some classic matches as well. Well, he's currently the U.S. champion and putting on clinics each week. So Carmelo's working his way there. He's putting on great matches week by week. And I love the fact that since Cena, or I should say since Sami Zayn won that title, and then started doing the open challenge, that U.S. championship got a bit of prestige behind it. Albeit, it doesn't feel as if it's a stepping stone right now, at least, to the WWE championship. But week by week, you're seeing very good matches, bro. Dragunov, Zayn, Mello, they put on some good matches. Nathan Pafavo said, what happened to Rondell Moore is so tragic. Prayers to his family. And may his soul rest in peace. Yes, indeed. A very, 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 very unfortunate situation. Very unfortunate situation. Because if I'm not mistaken, it was back-to-back season-ending injuries that he had to endure. And again, it really doesn't matter the money. This is why I constantly try to tell people all the time, like, bro, people will Google net worth, or maybe there'll be public contracts and all that other stuff. And there's some people out here who legitimately, they're so poor, all they got is money. If upstairs ain't right, and them demons is winning up here, it really don't matter what the fuck you got monetarily. That shit is not going to aid you. Oh, well, you got access to resources, all this other stuff. Bro, if you ain't right up here, it's going to be a bad situation, man. So it's RIP to Rondell Moore. He was in the National Football League. He played in the NFL and unfortunately passed away a few days ago. So condolences go out to him, his friends, his family. And may he rest in peace. There was also another former player for the Minnesota Vikings passed away as well. So some losses.
Congratulations!
1205 for life. 5 said, speaking of which, how long will Sammy play the undercard card? I don't know, but as well,
Big Fat Paulie 412 just resubscribed for 13 months.
Big Fat Paulie resubscribed 13 months. I appreciate you. Much love. El Grande Americano with the moonsault to the outside, taking both of them motherfuckers down. Almost none of that money was guaranteed, and the resources don't last once they want to cut you. Correct. Now, albeit you have the visibility, but still, like I said before, there's people who will never until they make money and they recognize, oh shit, the problems ain't leave. Like, the money's only able to fix a money problem. And sometimes the money problem is a mindset problem. Once you recognize this, once you realize this ain't gonna get you out of your motherfucking problem, the paper that is, not $50 in and of itself. Once you recognize that ain't gonna mess around and fix what's been a problem for a minute, man, that's when life changes, man. It's unfortunate because a lot of people still seem to not get it. I appreciate you, Big Fat Paulie. Much love. Yeah, just trying to keep it together day by day. Carmelo equals Cena. I don't know about all that now, CMTV. I don't know about all that.
Gotcha, bitch.
Maxapu20079 is now following.
James, you're absolutely correct. It is a three-way qualifying match, but in all multi-man matches, outside of tag team matches, of course, it is automatically no DQ. So, despite the fact that Jimmy Uso, if I'm not mistaken, is no longer ringside, the Vision is no longer ringside, best believe interference is legal. So it's only a matter of time before we see the Vision work their way down there, because they are 100% going to get involved in this match. Lewis, what's going on? Said, funny enough, in Syracuse, it ain't snowing at all. We the snowiest city in the U.S. Make it make sense. Syracuse is the snowiest city in the U.S.? Syracuse? I don't know if that's accurate, because I don't think northern or upstate New York would end up being the snowiest city in the U.S. I don't know. That might be tough. Chicago's right there. Do I think the Masked Man is going to show up? I think so. I think so. Maybe the Masked Man shows up after the interference by the Vision and then ends up getting Austin Theory again, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see. Thought it was Wisconsin or Minnesota. See, that's where my mind was, somewhere over there. Wisconsin, Minnesota, Illinois, one of the Dakotas. Ortega said we need to see this no DQ thing actually play a part in matches. You understand, not every triple threat match should turn into a no DQ, but once in a while, maybe the legal random hit with a chair and or some brass knuckles. Well, you're right. It shouldn't feel as if we're pretty much waiting around for the interference to now showcase, hey, it's no DQ. There should be introduction of weapons very early on. Not to say it has to be a street fight per se or whatever the case is, but if you know the rules, we know how triple threat matches work. Somebody gets thrown out the ring. It ends up being a one-on-one. Then ultimately folks will go and start to rotate. Somebody be outside the ring. Why would you not use a foreign object to your advantage? Why delay the introduction of the foreign objects until there's interference from elsewhere? So you're 100% correct there. I would like to see somebody maybe go grab a ring bell, maybe go grab a chair like you said. Maybe not so much the tables, because the tables are such a gimmick over there. Kendo sticks, garbage pails. Introduce something, because you have to recognize there's an equalizer that you can utilize in this match, and it's legal. Don't feel so inclined to have to put forth a clean match, especially in a match in which you have a monster heel like a Bronson Reed. Obviously, he's not somebody who's going to be reliant or needs weapons. But it's encouraged, if you will. Also, if I'm not mistaken, it was this past Friday, or was it last Monday, when Dominic Mysterio had grabbed the hammer, and he wasn't, I think he was in the match. He was in the match. He grabbed the hammer, but was trying to be secretive with it. Bro, it's legal. It's legal. So why? Guilty. Nobody in the building said, oi, what's going on? Shit, now that I think about it, I got some fucking food on me. I got some food on this. Then again, I'm not like these new age cooks who's always cooking shit on high. So put the son bitch on low, let it simmer. The flavor make its way into the food. Matt said Team Pink. Oh no. Brother Brown in the building. What's going on? AJ, how's it going? Clint said even Fatal 4-Way have that same issue. Yeah. Because you literally will be in a situation where there's somebody who's completely outmanned. Maybe there could be two people from a faction inside the Fatal 4-Way, so it turns up being a situation where it's really a 2 versus 1 versus 1. Why are you not immediately going to get an equalizer? It doesn't make sense. Even if you're a baby face, the people won't immediately turn on you for using a foreign object because contextually it makes sense. Like sometimes I understand kayfabe. Sometimes there shouldn't be a super delay. Like I understand you maybe want to wait until you introduce weapons until later in the match, but let's not act like you can't. I'll never understand where folks just pretty much straight up act like that. Oh, well, a weapon? What is that? Why would I introduce that? Just doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, wow, what the fuck? Did he just go to headbutt onto Jey Uso? Rocky said Alaska. Oh, that town in Alaska just got sunlight last month after being in the dark for 65 straight days or nights. If we're being yo, you know what, bro? I kid you not. I kid you. Oh my god, what a fucking suplex right there from Chad Gable. That was I should say El Grande Americano. That was spectacular. Um, I should probably go and make a voyage out there to Alaska for that period of time in which there's no light or there's the straight sunlight the whole time. I think I might want to go there during those time periods. But then again, at the same time, I would go to Alaska first when I can see the northern lights. Or I'd go to Iceland because I do want to see the northern lights before I do something like that. But one way or another, man, oof. That's awesome. 65 straight days. Now you finally got the sun back. The world is a vast place with a ton of different things. Gotta appreciate. Adaptive said you used to live in Alaska. It's brutal. Brutal in which in what in particular? The weather? And we back at another commercial break. Bronson Reed outside the ring again. The referee apparently tending to Bronson Reed outside the ring. What's going on here? So Bronson Reed is down. Oh boy, is something more serious? Because it looks like they're stalling. Did something happen to Bronson Reed? Because he's outside the ring, and it is he all right? Let me go back. He got German suplexed, and then he broke up the cover. Oh wait, the referee actually threw up an X. Yeah, I saw the referee do an X. Is he all right? Yeah, the referee had thrown up an X. Is he concussed? Yeah, the referee had thrown up an X for Bronson Reed. Is he okay? Yeah, because right before, see, the doctors are tending to him right now. For those who have the VPN on, the doctors are tending to him right now. I think he might be concussed. Damn. Yeah, I hope he all right. TKO need to bring back the live events. The injuries are piling up from the lack of ring time. I don't know if it's primarily attributed to the lack of ring time because on the reverse side, with the live events, you have much more ring time that's there too. So you have an added, potential of an injury there as well. But King Pateno said, thank you for helping me because of your energy. You want to keep me from ending. You live today because of me. Thank you, Chiseled. Listen. That's incredibly high praise. I appreciate that immensely. I can't take all of that credit on my shoulders. You played a much larger role. I'll take a percent. The 99 was you having the wherewithal to say, you know what, fuck this doggone situation. It's not bigger than me. I'm not gonna make a permanent solution for a temporary problem. So that's more kudos to you and your wherewithal and your perseverance and your dedication to yourself to be able to get out of whatever darkness you happen to find yourself into, brother. So shout out to you, King. You are a king. Continue to be a king and sit upon the throne of your life. Make sure that you do what you got to do in all aspects to stay on the straight and narrow and understand that trouble does not last always. Pain is interim. And continue to strive after your goals, brother. I'm in your corner. KC said, yo, just wanted to say, my IG is very entertaining. Quick question. Is it weird Orochimaru only shower? Oh, Ocho Cinco. I said Orochimaru. I can't read. I'm dyslexic. I appreciate the shout out to the IG. Is it weird that Ocho Cinco only showers once a week? He lying. He doing that for entertainment factor. He lying.
Then you sell it.
They still checking on Bronson Reed. Meanwhile, El Grande Americano trying to get a superplex on Jey Uso, but Uso's holding on to the top rope. Hold on. Uso's punching him right there in the rib cage. Headbutt right there from Jey Uso. Down goes El Grande Americano. Jey Uso appears to be getting ready to fly. You're probably going to mess around and see the damn Uso splash is coming right now. There it is, Uso splash. It's countered by El Grande Americano. Roll up by El Grande. Kick out by Jey Uso. And now he's going for that ankle lock. El Grande Americano, Chad Gable going for that ankle lock on Jey Uso. Matt Patuan said 2 questions. Is China the most influential female wrestler of all time? Most influential? I can't say that. And is Will Smith rap? Hashtag Team Pink. What do you mean? And is Will Smith rap? I'm confused. What does that mean? All right, there's the roll through. Oh, what a super kick on El Grande Americano, but he's able to go for somewhat of a Pele kick there. Goes for the clothesline, gets speared into oblivion. Jey Uso got him in the drop zone. Jey Uso's going up. Jey Uso's getting ready to fly. He's trying to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. Uso splash connects. Uso splash connects. Kick out El Grande. 1, 2, 3. Jey Uso qualifies and gets the W. Jey Uso qualifies and gets the W. And he's heading to the chamber. Kevlock put 5 on, said there's gonna be a work. Almost all division members are injured. That's crazy, ain't it? Golly. Yeah, all 3 of the division members, OG members, all out. If this is not a work, that'd be wild. But yeah, Matt, to answer your question earlier, China influential. Is she? Yes. Is she the most influential? I can't say she is the most. Because she did have the element, obviously, of you have the muscle element. We've seen muscular ladies in wrestling before, but to her degree, no. But I can't say she's the most. She's certainly influential. I can't say she's the most. And you're saying in the realm of Will Smith in hip hop? Yes. Yes, you talk about complete crossover stars. He is probably number 1. You had other artists who did it before. You have a LL Cool J. You have a Tupac. You had those guys in the 90s who were very, very prominent, obviously, with the mic, who did venture into film. But nobody did it at the level of Will Smith. Will Smith at one point was the biggest actor in the world. He was rivaling Tom Cruise and at one point was bigger than Tom Cruise, especially in the 2000s. His run from what was it, 98 to like 2008? Unmatched. Unmatched. There was a point in time in which he was bigger than Denzel. I know it sounds crazy nowadays, but there was a point, 2000, hey, Will was that. So, yes, to Will, kind of to China. King Pafavo said, "Who's the best WWE artist, song artist?" Thank you for the words. Well, you're welcome. Now as for who's the best WWE song artist, considering actual bands, you have Chris Jericho and Fozzy. John Cena has a platinum record, so for all intents and purposes, John Cena might take the cake because he has a platinum record. But if you were to say song, I really like Roman Reigns' theme song. It's pretty cool. What the hell? CM Punk, the world champion, is here, ladies and gentlemen. The world champion is here, and he arrived in a NASCAR. Sargent Pafavo said top 5 AJ Styles moments. I'll go with his WWE moments. His debut, no order. His debut, his match at the Royal Rumble with John Cena when they never left the ring, albeit I watched them live at SummerSlam. But I'll say his match at Royal Rumble was definitely peak. They never left the ring. So AJ Styles debut, AJ Styles, John Cena, WWE Championship, Royal Rumble, I believe it was 2017. Boneyard match with Undertaker, thoroughly enjoyed that. That was very, 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 very entertaining. Then those are just 3 matches. But you said top 5 moments. I'll add in, him and Samoa Joe had a very, very good build to their title matches. Liv Morgan is in the building, and look at her. She looks absolutely devastated. She is not as confident as she usually was. She's not as confident or smiley. She's not even swaying the hips. She looks very, very devastated. Shorty looks absolutely shaken up. 2 more moments for AJ Styles. 2 more moments for AJ Styles. Of course, him and Gunther. So that would be 4. And then if I needed one last one, I would probably go Styles and Cena in where was that match? Australia? Styles and Cena in Australia. So you got 2 Styles and Cena matches. You've got Styles Gunther, Styles debut. Let's see if he grabs the mic. You know he's gonna have something to say. Edgar in the building. So how we doing? Have I talked about the Mexico stuff and the tragedy of? Well, I did get to Rondell Moore tragedy. Bonnie Blue announcing she's pregnant. It could be no different than what's her name, Lily Phillips, where it's just a publicity stunt. Your thoughts on the last part? You're shocked it took this long. Good luck finding the father. I think it's all but just a publicity stunt. It's all just a publicity stunt. I don't think she's actually pregnant. I didn't see anything of it, but Mexico stuff, I don't know anything about that. AJ slapping Vince. Cartel taking over Mexico after their leader was killed. What? Oh. Oh, the cartel leader was killed? Shit. They taking over Mexico. Well, damn. I guess that's a win for the Mexican police, but it's an unfortunate situation for the Mexican people because the cartel gonna pretty much take out their wrath on them. That's tough. Oh, Braden, my condolences. You said your great grandmother passed away Saturday. She was 97. My condolences. I'm sorry about that. Prayer hands in the chat for Braden, pardon. Today was my uncle's 91st birthday. Shout out to my uncle and my condolences. there to Braden. They're putting the prayer hands in the chat right now for you, brother. My condolences, family. Madison Patuma said Brock versus Gunther, career killer at Mania 42. No, I think Brock versus Gunther should go down at SummerSlam. I think Brock versus Oba should happen at WrestleMania, because if we don't get Brock Oba, I think they're really dropping the ball there. King for 5-1 said, what final wrestling finisher do I want to take? Well, none of them, because they all look like they hurt. But if I had to say of the top 5 finishers that would, of my favorites, that if I were to get hit with them, I'd be honored. The F5, which is my favorite finisher of all time. Sweet Chin Music by Shawn Michaels only, because the super kick is spammed way too much now. RKO, of course. Stone Cold Steve Stunner. Stone Cold Stunner. And then of course the probably either, well, technically you do both in this one. Tombstone Power Driver and The Last Ride. No, Spear, I'm good. I'm good on that. Spear gets split in half. Fucking belly button come out my damn mouth. I ain't no way. Kevlock with 2 said, what do I think about the Michael Jordan scandal? What scandal? The one with the ice in the back? The moment I saw the video, I said, something ain't right over here. When I saw it, I'm like, something ain't right. There got to be something that we're missing here. Here's what I didn't understand. Liv, if Liv understood what Stephanie was saying, it'd be fair for her to go and cry. But Dominic trying to go and translate, I don't think that warranted her shedding tears. I did see some discourse where people were saying, why is the baby face, or I should say, yeah, why is the baby face making the heel cry? I'm like, this isn't new in wrestling. My only thing was like, yo, you're a heel. There's a language barrier. You really don't even know what she's saying. The hell you crying for? So she's going to need to explain that here today. All right, Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio.
You are in the presence of the greatest intercontinental champion, Triple A Mega Campeón, and Royal Rumble winner of all time. And now, it is the moment you have all been waiting for. Liv is going to make her decision on who she will face at WrestleMania.
Oh, she's making a pick now. Okay.
So, will the champions please come out so my güerita can make her decision face to face? Women's World Champion Stephanie Vaquer.
I still hate the fact they changed the theme song, bro. It's not the same. It's not the same. All right, Stephanie Vaquer making her way down to the ring. Women's World Champion is here. And you know, Stephanie Vaquer is on her way down to the ring, and you already know, I'm just waiting for Jade Cargill music to hit. I'm just waiting for Jade Cargill music to hit. Because when it comes to both of the WWE Women's Champions,
Capital B, capital O, capital A, capital F. Both.
Both?
Both.
needless to say,
But we're approaching midway of the first quarter.
I need that. I need it. All right, Women's World Champion in the building. It is Stephanie Vicaire. And here comes Jade Cargill.
Posters, traps, and he appears. The chiseled Adonis is horny. Chiseled Adonis is horny. Yeah! Damn! Ooh, hey! Are you looking for some wood? I need it! Man. Yeah. God damn! I'm on my way! Let's roll, friends!
Who the fuck cleans this? Son just hit me.
When I get in the proper position, you will suck my meat.
It's time!
Enough to get me hot.
Bring them to me. I'm gonna give them the almighty stroke.
Y'all gotta relax. All right, let's hear what Liv gots to say.
For me to decide who my WrestleMania opponent is going to be. And I'm ready. I've decided. But there is something I'd like to get off my chest first, if that's okay. Stephanie, last week your words really caught me by surprise. I'm really not used to getting vulnerable like that. And I really thought about what you said. I thought about what you said all week. And you're right. You were right. I didn't realize how selfish I've been. I didn't realize how I've only been thinking about my own experience. I didn't realize how privileged I really was. You said I've had 10 years with the best medical, the best coaches, the best facilities. And even so, I still thought that I was struggling. And to be honest, I really didn't know much about your story. I really didn't know too much. I didn't know that you had to scratch and claw and fight 10 years.
Are they booing Liv now?
WWE. And now that I know about your story, I just want to say that I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I judged you. It is very clear to me that you are the champion that you are because
She needs
of what
to
you had
laugh.
to go through.
She needs to laugh to make
But
this
now
make
I need
sense.
to focus on my story. And with that being said,
She might have to slap her in the face. She might have to slap Steph. There it is. There it is. No, I don't think. There it is. We get our answer.
As to who Liv's choice is at WrestleMania. And Liv Morgan not done yet. She felt like she was disrespectful.
I like the fact that they had both the champions here. Because I be hating when they don't have both the champs here. All right. Sigma put 5 on said Jade Cargill giving off Craver the Hunter with that fit. It looks like she's heading back to the crib now. Stephanie Vicaire in there getting fucked up. Liv made up her damn mind. Oh, look at the Daisy Duke. Woo! Set the cheeks. Act. All right, that's not what we came here to see. Oblivion. There connects on Stephanie Vicaire. Looks like Liv Morgan's made up her mind. Oh, Lord. Just standing at attention, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to be that guy, but I'd be remiss if I did not say my eyes work because it appears as if it may be cold in that building because Liv Morgan is hitting us with the Nathan Batu on it said Liv Morgan's giving out the 1A. Indeed, she is. Put in the hands.
1A! 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 1A!
Liv Morgan has selected Stephanie Vicaire, and it's going to be Liv Morgan, Stephanie Vicaire at WrestleMania. Kristen for 5 says, shout out to the men's and women's hockey team winning gold. And F Cash Patel, fake ass, think he can celebrate with them after co-signing them to shut up and play. Man, Cash Patel is a very interesting human being, ain't he? Javon Evans.
You earned a spot in the Elimination Chamber match.
With
how are you
Byron
heading
Saxton
into the biggest opportunity of your career?
I mean, I'm nah, mama. What's up?
What the hell? Offset.
Yeah. You know, I'm pull up on you on Saturday. Okay. You got Bodies as a theme song for the Elimination Chamber.
Hey. That song hard now. Come on, hey, give me a little feature though. You know, a little Young OG remix.
Whoa. You mean to tell me
the New Day
Atlanta, Georgia got a tribute show that's not for me? And then I see Offset out here giving Javon Evans his flowers and not me? As Atlanta's favorite son, I have to say I am disgusted.
Yeah, hey, come on, Offset, we've been inviting you to Raw for years now, but you always say no. What's up with that, man?
No, they say New Day sucks.
Whoa!
And if y'all trying to throw hands, then we can throw hands tonight.
Oh, big man want to challenge an injured legend.
Oh, okay. You got a couple wins under your belt. Now you feeling yourself, huh?
Come on.
Oh,
First off, Kofi looked hilarious with this damn bonnet on.
Oh, yeah?
Lord knows you can never lace up mine.
I guess we find out tonight, huh?
Oh damn! You got this current Kofi Kingston versus the actual Kofi Kingston. Okay. Yeah, they in Atlanta, so it makes sense that you'd probably have Offset there. New Day fell off hard, yeah, because they fucked up the story. They completely fucked up the story. Because they had them turn heel. They had nuclear heat for 3 weeks. Proceeded to do absolutely nothing with the story. Delay them winning the tag team championships, I believe, for maybe about, what was it, a month and a half, maybe 2 months. Let me Google it. Hold on, wait a minute. How long was the New Day? Oh, it's Maxine Dupree. I hope she's not taking on Natty. Oh, okay, so they turn heel. What was the time frame? They turned heel. Odyssey Jones. December 24th. No, it's December 2nd, 2024. They kicked Sun out. They won the titles. When did they win it? WrestleMania. So they turned heel on the 2nd. They were delayed. WrestleMania was when? April 19th and the 20th. These motherfuckers, 4 months for them to get their hands on the titles. They had the titles for 72 days and they never sniffed it again. They should have immediately put the titles on them. Yeah, it's good that Maxine got new music, but it's still generic ass music. NY Legend Platoon said they couldn't book Kofi versus Javon in the PLE with a build. Apparently not. All right. Natty match. Hey, I need Maxine to pack Shorty up expeditiously, bro. This got to be a fast match. Ain't nobody trying to see no Natty in the big 2026. Mind you, I saw a video where I guess I don't know who the guy is, but they interviewed it appears to be a special needs guy at the WWE 2K26 event, I think it was, this past week. And evidently he was talking about wanting to see bra and panty matches come back. And in the comment section of the particular person who shared that tweet that had gone viral, they said, "Oh, this is disgusting. People like this don't need to be fans of wrestling." And then said, "Yeah, you know," because he also had mentioned, you know, fuck Natty. Nobody wants to see Natty in a bra and panties match, which I think we all can say nobody wanted to see that regardless. But he said, "Fuck Natty." We're like, nah, we all love and respect Natty here. Listen, do we respect Natty? Absolutely. Love Natty in the big 2026? Absolutely not. We need Shorty to go, son. We need Shorty to go. Here's the thing. Was it a wild clip? Yes. However, you gotta consider, upon looking at it, clearly this man's not all here upstairs. Secondly, let's just keep it all the way funky, right? Let's keep it all the way funky. If WWE announced you got a bra and panty match between Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vaquera, not at WrestleMania, but you just got Monday Night Raw, bra and panty match. You mean to tell me motherfuckers want to mess around and tune in? The difference between now and 20 years ago was, unfortunately, the booking committee thought that's all the women was good for. We all know that ain't the case no more. However, let's keep it all the way funky. You think they booked that match? The bulk share of the wrestling faithful gonna be on some. Oh, I'm so disgusted. Nobody wants to see this. Yes, we do. We do. The difference is we recognize the women can go. They can wrestle. They don't need to do that shit. But I wouldn't mind if they do. There's the difference. Let's keep it real. They don't got to do that shit no more. They don't have to be in the goofy-ass evening gown matches, in the bra and panty matches, in the damn mud bowl match. They don't need to do that shit no more because they offer so much more. However, if it got booked today, you think I'm going to be on some... I'm turning that on. Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, bra and panty match. I'm front row. I will be there no matter what. Nonetheless, that's all I got to say about that. People being willfully obtuse. I would never watch a match like that. You're a liar. You're a liar. You're a liar. Like we can acknowledge they don't need to do that no more. But we also can acknowledge folks would probably still tune in. All right, nonetheless, we got Natty taking on Maxine Dupree one-on-one in a match that nobody wants to see Natty win. Let's go, Maxine. Cook this old this old hag. I almost said harlot. Natty's not a harlot. She is an old hag, though. Pack Shorty up. What the hell? Natty just tried to run inside the ring. No. Beat her ass up. Beat her ass up. Yeah. Beat up Natty. Beat up Natty. Beat up Natty. Can we acknowledge the gold marble? Indeed, we can. I acknowledge the gold marble as the best marble in the building. Oh, Lord. Maxine just got thrown right into the doggone corner. She having a bad time. Yeah, Natty, Maxine Straps is already down right now. Maxine Straps is already down right now. Who do I have winning the men's chamber? Probably Cody Rhodes. Probably Cody Rhodes. Well, damn, what the hell? Natty's accosting the back of the head of Maxine ain't moving. Hold on, wait a minute. Maxine just is she concussed? Is she concussed? Oh, Lord. Well, Natty is just hitting Maxine in the back of the head. Oh, the referee saying ring the bell. What the hell? Whoa. Referee, stop. Oh, damn. Throw a. Yeah, X is in the chat. X is in the chat right now for Maxine. Damn. Maxine just got put to sleep. I think she hit the corner and immediately was gone. Well, goddamn. She got thrown into the corner on what was a routine spot, but evidently she was knocked out. Damn. Yeah, Raquel's 100% losing.
I just want to clear the air for last week, all right? I'm sorry for being a hothead. You know, you've done so much for me in my career. You brought me into the family. You're like my brother. I just want what's best for you. I just want you to be the world champion, all right? JD, brothers fight, but we always make up. Water under the bridge. Love that. You will see me become champ. But at Chamber, I gotta do this alone. You will.
Hey, guys.
My bad.
Last week, you guys left me hanging. And that's why I lost. Finn, I understand you want to do this on
100%
your
Finn
own,
versus Dom at WrestleMania.
I
100%.
don't. And next week, I got to defend my IC championship against Penta. So can I count on you guys or what?
Of course you can. I'm sorry that we weren't there.
I'm sorry, Dom. I've been focusing on the biggest match of my career. Now, when you guys were hurt, and I'd no one watching my back, I didn't blame you.
Nope.
I held my own. Maybe that's what you should do. It's time to take some responsibility, Dominic.
Oh, see, it's going to be the match at Mania. It's going to be the match at Mania.
I'll talk to him. Be there for you this week.
Finn Balor calling
All
this the
right,
biggest
Nathan
match of
Couture
his
said, you
career.
remember a time
Corey,
where
he
Liv
understands
lifted Dom's
that he has
leg.
the opportunity
Crazy.
to alter one of
And
the
you gonna win
greatest
today. Said pack Natty the fuck up. Don't let her live for this indeed. Shorty need to get packed up. He's taking a L. Dom might just mess around and lose this title to Penta. I would not mind if they took that title off of Dom now. All right. 2 Chainz is there. Oh shit, I got kicked out of Netflix and now I'm back. Oh, he's right behind Cole. Okay. Yeah, Maxine got packed up. Is Finn turning face? Probably. They got a better chance turning Dom face, truly. But I think people do want to see Finn as well. Oh, yeah. Brock Lesnar is back. Olivia's in the building. What's going on? Yeah, Brock is here live, and I guess he's going to set his sights on potentially entering the Elimination Chamber. Because I think Brock adding that element of the Elimination Chamber is huge. You put Brock inside the Elimination Chamber, that's going to be big. Oh, what the hell they just hit? They got Trick Williams on his way out here. What? Whoop that trick. Yeah, whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. I like it. Whoop that trick. What? Whoop that trick. Yeah, whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. He's in the building. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah, man. That's trick.
Qualify for the men's elimination chamber match. This is your first elimination chamber, so I have to ask you, how are you feeling about the 5 other competitors, and what's your strategy heading in?
Reporting to you live, the sexiest and most entertaining superstar alive, Trick Williams has finally arrived. And the truth is, I wasn't supposed to be here tonight. But somebody told me Atlanta got the best chicken wings in the world.
Oh, you know what he came out there for? He came for the lemon pepper.
I said, imagine that. Since Atlanta got the best chicken wings, maybe it's only right that I showed up with my lemon pepper steppers. But nah, for real, understand this.
Trick Williams, they call me Mr. Get the Job Done. That's exactly what I'm gonna do Saturday at the Elimination Chamber. I don't care who just won their match. Ain't nobody gonna be yeeting. We ain't gonna be having no RKOs. We won't be having no American Nightmares.
Talk your shit.
Won't nobody be saying yeah. And we sure won't be bouncy. It's time for the brightest new star in the business. I'm talking about the anointed one. I'm talking about Mr. Hollywood. I'm talking about Mr. Lemon Pepper Stepper to show you what I'm about. Atlanta, we're going to be chanting some on Saturday. Tell them what we going to do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Whoop that, Trick. Talk your shit, Trick. Push him to the moon. Push him to the moon. Push him to the moon. There will be no yeet. There will be no nightmare. There will be no air. There will be no bouncy. There will be no RKO. It's the time to see the Lemon Pepper Steppers on display. It's going to be nice. Now, that actually reminds me, regarding Brock Lesnar, he can't enter the chamber unless there was a seventh person. Oh, there's 2 chains. Yeah, so it's clipped because it's Trick, Javon, Jay, LA, Orton, and Rhodes. So it's already packed out. Lil Yachty is constantly finding himself here. All right. Oh wait. Oh, they got a small segment here for Obafemi. Oh my. Yeah, they got the scary Obafemi. When Oba fights you, he gonna have you like.
What's wrong, okay?
When I came down, I'm trying to make you understand what I'm saying.
He gonna hurt you. He's here to hurt you. Obafemi not here to make no friends. Obafemi not here to make no, cordial conversation. Obafemi is here to put hands on you. And soon we'll see him go one-on-one with Brock Lesnar. I hope. By the way, I will not be live for Elimination Chamber this Saturday. They keep going back and forth with this damn package. Because they live from Chicago. I wish if they were international, I'd be able to pull it off. Oh, it's Rusev. Not Oba versus Brock, or 100% Oba versus Brock. Quick. Oh, there's Obafemi right now. Oh, damn, it might be Oba and Rusev first.
How about you shut me? Do something. You want to go? Oh, yes. You want to go?
Okay, guys, look. Time and place. Tonight is for AJ. Let's table this for another time and place.
For AJ.
For AJ. Thank you. Let's go this way, please.
Danhausen is inside the crate. All right. It's beast time. Somebody tell Dub to turn up the volume. Somebody tell Dub to turn up the volume. It's about that time, ladies and gentlemen. It's about that time. The what? 10-time WWE champion? And he's got Paul Heyman by his side. The 10-time WWE
is here.
champion. Brock Lesnar is here. I think he's a 10-time WWE champion.
Relationship between these two men. Brock Lesnar.
How many times has Lesnar been champion? Yeah, it's perfect timing for Brock Lesnar to make his way out to the ring. How many championships does he have in WWE? Let's see. He is a 7-time WWE champion, 3-time Universal champion. So yeah, 10-time world champion, Brock Lesnar. 10-time world champion. Ain't no way those belts are real in the back. Those belts, yeah, those are real replicas. They are real replicas in my ECW championship right here too. Yeah, those are real replicas. Legitimate replicas. Real leather. Yeah. Those ain't the commemorative ones. Not at all. Let's hear what Brock Lesnar's got to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. Yes, I am a wise man. Yes, I am an oracle.
But you are an advocate.
My name is Paul Heyman. But most of all, I am the advocate for the beast, Brock Lesnar!
Ponytail Brock in the building.
Of a history lesson for all of you. Traditionally, WrestleMania had 2 main events. The title match.
Oh, God damn it.
Title match and the Undertaker's streak.
Oh, you know they had to bring that back.
Now, need I have to remind you, my client, Brock Lesnar, conquered the Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania. Which means that main event spot went to Brock Lesnar. And now, the only dead man walking in WWE is the one that comes down the aisle to face Brock Lesnar. I don't have a prediction. I don't even have a spoiler for you.
Hardcore Holly's hilarious.
When Brock Lesnar and I walked through that locker room, there wasn't one person that was man enough that I could identify that would step up and take the ass-kicking of biblical proportions that await them
We need
at
Oba.
WrestleMania against Brock Lesnar. Let me go even deeper than that. In an effort of full transparency, these are the appearances that Brock Lesnar is going to make on the road to WrestleMania. And at any time,
Shit.
any man
He's going to be there all through mid-March until WrestleMania. He's going to be here.
By taking the absolute worst victimization possible in front of a global audience at the grandest stage of
Royce
all.
Keys? Maybe.
And all that man has to do is come down that aisle and get up in the face of Brock Lesnar. But
The people want over.
That's going to happen. I don't think anyone is going to answer Brock Lesnar's open challenge for WrestleMania. Because if you take a good look
Open
at
challenge.
that locker room, let's be honest, you can have all the title matches you want. The real main event at WrestleMania is whomever's gonna get their ass kicked and conquered versus Brock Lesnar. And there's no one in that locker room with the balls to take that ass kicking at WrestleMania from Brock Lesnar.
Well, Corey, it's a double-edged sword. I mean, you take the open challenge, and you can make your career if you can beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. But there's the other problem.
Let's see if anybody comes down the ramp. Paul Heyman seems to be looking, but nobody's music is hitting. Nobody's music is hitting yet. No, he's not in the chamber. I thought maybe he was going to come out and try to see if he can force his way into the chamber, but I guess not, because we're not going to see him until mid-March. Oh, here's Becky Lynch.
Huh? You held one butterfly belt. I changed the entire game. I was the first woman to win the main event of WrestleMania. I was the first woman on the cover of the video game, and it was a lot better than your complete moron of a husband's. I have taken this business to heights that you cannot and will not ever reach, even just this title. I have taken it and made it the most talked about, the most represented title in all of WWE. You do not deserve to hold this, but I deserve to get rid of you and retire you in front of all of your friends and family in your hometown of Chicago. You'll still be the least.
It's not her hometown, it's just where she lives now.
Retire this year. For lucky for me, I'll still be the greatest female wrestler of all time, and it's not just me saying it. Other people are saying it. Everybody's saying it. Sports Illustrated is saying it. The Bleacher Report is saying it. Saturday at Elimination Chamber, I prove it.
AJ Lee will have the home field.
Let me translate that for you. He just yapping. He just yapping. But Javon Evans in the building, he got Offset by his side. Javon Evans in the building, got Offset by his side to take on the New Day, or I should say, Kofi Kingston. This man, oh, wait a minute. What the hell is that? Y'all see the number on Javon Evans' jersey or his shirt? That number is
6'7".
I said the number is
6'7".
One more time.
6'7".
It's what?
6'7".
The number's what?
6'7".
I said the number's what?
6'7".
You gonna learn today, said Pac. Natty the fuck up. Don't let her live for this. Indeed. Sure need to get packed up. Nathan at Pavavo said he sent me a link on IG. Some wrestlers are saying questionable things, including Hulk Hogan, also Vince McMahon too. Mud works. Said good evening, everybody. What's the score again tonight? See, Mud, you can't keep this. How many years has this been going? Classic Man said Dub got on the Shicey mask after the Brock segment. Oh, I'm pretty sure he's ready to go and volunteer. He ready to volunteer for WrestleMania, and guess where Dub's gonna be going?
Suplex City, bitch.
That's what they do with Brock Lesnar. Yeah, apparently he's gonna he's gonna volunteer. He's gonna volunteer as an open challenge or an invitational, if you will, for WrestleMania. So if anybody wants to step up, they will be set down. Oh wait, let me upload another video on IG. Because I did not. It's been, what, 3 hours since?
Then you sell it.
Oh, he's having a time of his life right now with Offset, trying to get the fans to stand up. Nathan Baton said, I hope I enjoy the video when I get a chance. Okay. Can we get Offset to make a track for Javon? You already know how WWE be operating with their damn theme songs. They don't want nobody making money except them. What if they actually let Oba squash Brock? I think that would be the right call. And you could have them go into a program. You could have Brock completely unprepared and overlooking his opponent. He ends up losing incredibly fast. They run it back in another match, series somewhere. Then he gets the W. All of a sudden, Brock, he'll get his get back. And then in the third match to the go home of the feud, Brock ends up losing there. And then all roads lead to SummerSlam against Gunther, and Gunther retires him. Because SummerSlam is in Minneapolis. This is a great opportunity for Brock Lesnar to go and walk away if he wanted to. So, but I don't think they cannot have the match with Oba and Brock not happen. It has to happen.
14 grams of
Here we go. Here comes the New Day now. Kofi Kingston preparing for battle. Kofi Kingston preparing for battle here. Nathan Matua said, by the way, the name of the YouTuber is ODBJ. Okay. OBDJ. It'd be more meaningful if they put on a decent match. Brock is getting surprise and squash is kind of overdone. A solid one-on-one match that goes 15-20 where Brock loses. Confidence is mint. Well, it's because the thing is 15-20 would probably be a little crazy for depending on how it is that they book it. But overall, it could be, it depends on how it's booked. Depends on how it's booked. And I wanted Braun versus Brock too. Oh, Royce Keys is talking about that his brother had passed, saving him. Shit. When is Royce gonna get in the ring? Who knows? Maybe the night after WrestleMania. Maybe end up having Royce Keys and Obafemi, but I wouldn't want that because I don't think either one of them should lose early. This will be a fun match right here. Offset get a chance to sit ringside. Crazy we didn't have Drew versus Cena one-on-one last year. I'm not surprised that it didn't happen.
14 grams of
714 Patano said since Brock Lesnar is going to be in Houston, Dub and Ross are looking to go. Well,
gotcha, bitch.
He's going to be in New York
Pachi
City.
Longoria is now following.
All right. Kofi Kingston, Javon Evans, one-on-one.
Kofi is not about to have his own name be used to elevate somebody else, potentially looking to replace him down the line. Kofi Kingston is a former WWE champion. Kofi Kingston has competed at WrestleMania. Kofi has seen and done just about everything there is to do in this game.
Well, Javon Evans is an opportunity.
Competed at WrestleMania don't really mean shit, Corey Graves, because everybody gets an opportunity to go and compete there for the most part. The bulk share of the WWE roster, on the main roster that is, has had a chance to go and at least compete at WrestleMania. This is why I said time and time again, they got to lessen the amount of matches they got at Mania. I think you should earn your keep to mess around and be there on the card. If you ain't got a worthwhile story going on, you don't need to be on the WrestleMania card. We don't need no battle royals. We don't need no thrown together multi-man matches.
14 grams of crap.
Jermaine Pavavo said a dude tried to get you fired because your girl chose you over him. When we told the boss that you threatened to off one of your friends, salty little bro. Well, damn. First off, that's wild. And you said our boss, so that's a coworker. Dating. I want to tread a little light here when I say this, but I would hope your girlfriend wasn't in a situation where she had to choose between the two of you. That's a little close. That's a little close. Damn, Javon Evans with a huge knee right there. Because he talking about coworkers here. A little close. Not a risk that usually reaps a reward, to be quite honest with you. Like, this is seldom do you have like a Jim and Pam in the office situation kind of go down. Kofi's going to put him, 100% Kofi's most likely going to put him over. I don't envision a circumstance where Kofi messes around and gets this W, unless, of course, they're going to try to make an actual feud out of this. Oh, my God. What a bump Javon Evans just took. Jermaine said she don't want him, though. She thinks he's weird as fuck, which he is. But, I mean, that's fair. But romance at work, it's a little tough to maintain, especially if you have somebody who also attempted to go and shoot their shot. Things can end up developing into something that you didn't want it to be. Why is Grayson there? Because Grayson has been associating himself with the New Day for quite some time. Matt said you was always told you don't shit where you eat, correct? That's where it can get a little tricky because you never really know. But if you can manage, all power to you. This man is really relishing in this joint. Austin Creed is talking his absolute shit. He's saying, oh, he's bouncy, right? Bounce his head off the table. How about that? Is Seth the masked man or is it Walker? Waller, I should say. For the sake of the story, it's Seth. It makes absolutely no sense for it to be Waller to solely go and stomp Theory because he turned his back on Grayson when Grayson kayfabe had said that he left Theory, so it has to be Seth, but somebody is posing as Seth for the time being. Grayson and Woods better relax. Offset gonna have them kidnapped after the show. After? They might mess around and get abducted once the match is done. Maybe even during the match. The decoy is Grayson Waller, clear as day. I mean, they could use him as a decoy just to wait till Seth makes a return. But if I'm them, I wouldn't want to rush Seth back. But it's supposed to be Seth and Braun, so if they're both available for Mania, that's your match. But if they're not available, don't rush.
Gotcha, bitch.
Scotty839223 is now following.
It's 100% not Karrion Kross. That'd be crazy. Karrion Kross doesn't have the speed that we've seen from that masked man. All right, we're getting ready to come back from this commercial break right now. Frost is too tall, correct. Simon Dean's the mask guy. Don't piss me off, man. When is Roman versus Seth one-on-one happening? Mania 43 or 44? I ain't gonna hold you. I want to say maybe the moment's past. I think maybe the moment's past. Like, the story writes itself, but the best opportunity would have been last year or the year before. Like, if Punk ain't get hurt in the Rumble, most likely Roman Seth happens last year. You don't have to have Seth Punk Roman happen because they needed Seth and Punk to have a match at Mania because the year prior it got ruined because of his fucking tricep exploding. So that delayed stuff, just like with Roman Rock. Roman Rock should have been happened. It's probably never going to happen now. We might not even get Cody Rock. All that being said, I think Roman and Seth, a one-on-one, their only opportunity maybe next year in Saudi. That might be the last opportunity because I don't know. Whoa! Evans tried to connect on a super moonsault. Kofi moved out the way. Yo, Javon got super high in the air. Oh, here we go. There we go. SOS. I hear them shout it. Damn, there's a kickoff. Cena in Mania? No. Cena's retired. Anytime somebody says, hey, they're retiring, I want to see them honor it. I ain't one of them people, yo, come back one last match. No, fuck that. When I was a kid and I watched Mick Foley lose, Cactus Jack lose to Triple H in the Hell in a Cell at Royal Rumble, and that was it for Mick Foley, Mankind, Dude Love, Cactus Jack, your career is finished. I don't want to see a month and a half, 2 months later, it's WrestleMania. I'm back. No. You said you done, be done. Oh, shit. God damn. Javon Evans taking flight. This man, Corey Graves, screaming, we outside. I mean, that's how I'm going to be moving. Summer 2026, I'm outside. Oh, what the hell? Grayson Waller with a big right hand on Javon Evans. What the hell? Oh, Kofi with a leg drop on Javon Evans. Oh, boy, he's in trouble now. That might be it. Damn, Javon Evans kicked out again. Yeah, Javon get high in the air, bro. What the hell? Offset he's in Grayson Waller. This man got a gun? Oh, Offset just threw Grayson Waller over the announce table. Hold on, wait a minute. Offset just put his hands on somebody. Oh, they might just have to go and hit Offset. Oh, watch out, OG Cutter. Oh, my God. That was a crazy OG Cutter. God damn. That's it. Offset aided in Son getting the W. Offset should replace Travis. It's impossible. The story is done. What an OG Cutter that was. God damn. Yeah, I thought Offset was going to pull out the strap. He reached into his back pocket. I thought he was about to switch him down. That was all right. Javon Evans has incredible hang time in the air. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Petty Longoria said Team Red Marble for life. But when red isn't there, you go Team Pink. You are my op. You are my op. Your destruction will bring me pleasure. All Team Red, Team Pink individuals must feel pain. Offset standing alongside Javon Evans as Evans gets a W tonight, all about AJ Styles, which I believe will be the main event of the evening. An opportunity to acknowledge AJ Styles on his way out of WWE. Yeah, W Styles, we're going to see that later today. Offset supposed to be like 5'8". Is he? Offset's the tallest of the group. Oh, he's 5'9". So how tall is Quavo? Oh, no, Quavo's 5'10". So I know Takeoff was the shortest one. He was like 5'5", wasn't he? No, he was 5'10". Abyss. What do you know? Abyss and Kazarian is here. And now it's CM Punk. The world champion on his way down to the ring. This, if I'm not mistaken, this would be Abyss's first appearance in costume in a WWE segment. He was in a game because he's a producer backstage. But this would be the first time that we ever saw Abyss in full gear in WWE segment. Is that not true? Sex Machine in the building. What's going on? Is Kurt Angle there? That'd be nice. You dreamed of Kane versus Abyss? We all did. We all did. He lost weight. It's good that he did. You ain't wrestling no more. You don't need to be that doggone big. Drop the weight. Duran, what's going on? Sex Machine said, you want to ask EO Sky out on a date with you? You can ask. We can't guarantee she will accept. You've been trying to figure out what Punk is trying to do with his hairline? Who knows if he actually went to Turkey to go get that transplant. Elimination Chamber is full of straight faces for both the men and the women if EO wins tonight. Orton, Evans, Cody. Trick is somewhat supposed to be a heel, but he's not. LA Knight, that's a face. And oh wait, Jey Uso, he's a face. So yeah. You only have one heel, actual heel in that match. For the women, if EO qualifies, if Rhea, Alexa, Kiana's a heel. Yes, it's pretty much a bunch of faces. Yeah, a bunch of faces. A bunch of faces in that match, and then Asuka as well. So you have Asuka, Kiana. Those are the heels. Alexa, Rhea, both faces. Tiffany, another face. So yeah. Yeah, Kiana qualified this past Friday in a very shocking result. We didn't see that one coming, but hey, it happened. Do I think WWE is going to start the crappy movies through Netflix? Maybe. Yeah, Charlotte lost as well. The Immortal, pardon, says you wrestled in the actual house show that AJ Styles built in northern Georgia. You actually got to meet him personally, so this is emotional for you. Well, how cool is that? Hey, SummerSlam 2016 versus John Cena. I was there live. They ruined the Brock Lesnar segment with no Overfemi appearance. No, I think they're delaying it. I think they're delaying it. I wouldn't necessarily say it's ruined because it guaranteed Brock is going to have an open challenge at WrestleMania. The only issue is they announced the dates that Brock's going to be here. So from March 16th until WrestleMania, Brock is going to be on Raw every single week. The problem with that is if it's an open challenge at WrestleMania, it was better for him to say that he's looking for an opponent. Because when you say it's an open challenge, you're implying that the challenge is going to have to be answered at WrestleMania. So what the fuck is he going to be doing for the 5 weeks prior to WrestleMania? So his next appearance, when we're going to have week by week responses, then we're going to get, at least building to the story. That's my take on it. Because once they showed the dates, you knew today could only be an announcement. Because if Obafemi came out and he did some shit, we ain't going to see Brock for 2 weeks. Well, 3 weeks. So it wouldn't be a good sell. So it's good that he announces, hey, I'm going to have a match at Mania. That's going to be an opportunity for somebody to answer the open challenge. But once Brock comes back, they're going to have to make something shake. Oh, Pin Balor's talking. Ain't nobody concerned about that. I don't know how he's going to fix his lips to talk about being the best in the world. No, damn well you not. No, damn well you not. Obafemi, Braun Breaker, Roy Skis. I don't mind it. Oh, wait a minute. Dwight Howard's in the building. After doing the bending, Dwight Howard is in the building. Jermaine Dupri in the building. You'd love if Brock has at least one match on Raw during those appearances because it's been over 20 years since he had a match on Raw, either Raw or SmackDown. Plus his retirement year, it'd be cool to see. Yeah, it would be nice to see a match on network television, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Oh, the funny Marco guy? Okay. Oh, there's Bow Wow. You got Bow Wow outside. Is Bow Wow 40 yet? I don't think he's 40 yet. He might still be 39. He might still be in his 30s. Let's hear what Punk got to say. He's 38.
Tonight is not about me. I am here to celebrate the phenomenal AJ Styles. So you can go ahead and chant his name. I want to try to save as much time as I possibly can for AJ to speak to you, his people. I got a big day coming up next week in front of my people in Chicago, but there are a few things going on that I need to address. First things first, is it great to be alive on a Monday night in Atlanta or what? What if that was the last time I got to say that?
It's a possibility. Gotta know. I appreciate
What
you.
if?
He was a fan of the Red Marble.
Finn Balor said, what if? What if he was the champion? What if he never lost? Well, Finn, what if you didn't jump me in Toronto? Bring it back to AJ for a minute. Finn, what if you didn't ruin what was ultimately, unfortunately, the last time I was going to share a ring with AJ Styles? The answer to that is very, very simple. You wouldn't be getting a title shot at Elimination Chamber. But it's risky being a fighting champion. People in the back ask me, man, what are you doing? Punk, what are you doing? And my humble answer is the best I can. I'm doing the best I can. I'm giving you people the fighting champion you deserve. I'm following in the footsteps of the greats that I grew up watching. The contemporaries I shared a locker room with. Terry Funk, Harley Race, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, The Undertaker, Triple H. It goes on and on. I'm just trying to do the best I can. And I don't like dealing in what-ifs for one specific reason. I'll give you an example. Atlanta, are you ready? What if Roman Reigns was here tonight?
Okay. What if he was here tonight? But we know he not. We know he not. It'd be great if he was here, but we know he's not.
Well, you're not booing me. I'm here, boots on the ground, every Monday night. I'm in every city. I make every town. I do every tour in every country. Yeah, but what if Finn Balor beats me? What if I lose? Well, hell, no risk, no reward, ladies and gentlemen. The reality is Roman Reigns is going to be here next week in Indianapolis. What if I don't wait until WrestleMania and I punch him in his stupid face next week on Monday?
They got a new CM Punk shirt every city.
I don't deal in what-ifs. They're not rooted in reality. Ladies and gentlemen, I deal in facts. I will let Finn Balor ask himself, what if? I will let Roman Reigns ask himself, what if? I don't have to. I don't have to say, what if I was the champion? Because I am the champion. I don't have to say, what if, man, what if I was good? Because I am the best in the world. I don't have to ask myself, what if I was the main event of WrestleMania? Because I am the main event of WrestleMania. I am the champ. I am the best in the world. My name is C.
Well, we already knew that.
CM Punk putting it all on the line in his home.
Okay. That wasn't really anything special. I thought he was going to address something new. We could have did without this. Still only the main event because Roman's in it for the second consecutive year.
Then you sell it.
Masada Patuan said, what if we can skip this promo? Shit, I wish we could. I love CM Punk, but this was kind of a waste of our time. He was yapping just like his wife. I should say his adversary's wife. AJ was yapping last week. CM Punk was yapping this week. And he was yapping like... Oh, it's EO. one half of the women's tag team champion is making their way out to the ring, ladies and gentlemen. It is Io. It is Io Sky in the building. One half of the women's tag team champions in the building. Io Sky on her way to the ring for her qualifying match to enter into the Elimination Chamber. It is Sky, Sane, and Rodriguez for the right to represent in the Elimination Chamber. Who's coming out on top, ladies and gentlemen? Because when they make their way to the ring, all I can say is...
Posters, traps, and he appears. The chiseled Adonis is horny. Chiseled Adonis is horny.
Yeah! Damn!
Ooh, hey! Are you looking for some wood?
I need it!
Man. Yeah.
God damn! I'm on my way! Let's roll, friends!
Who the fuck cleans this?
Something just hit me.
When I get in the proper position, you will suck my meat.
It's time!
It's enough to get me hot.
Bring them to me. I'm gonna give them the almighty struggle.
I'm interested.
See, what you want to do is...
We know he has a big black car.
Finger licking good.
Oh, that's that good shit.
Oh! Oh my God, now this ain't God, this is Stanley Earth.
Oh my God, I love my life.
Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. Kairi Sane on her way out there. Y'all got to relax her. Yeah, she got her OG theme song back. Fuego Patuan said, Thunder so loud, you took cover. Hey, man, listen. You know when Io make her way out to the ring, folks got to go and cover expeditiously. They got to cover expeditiously. Winter Olympic National Anthem is hilarious. This is Stanley Earl. Virgo said, you going fatigue time is crazy. But I think it's a far gone conclusion. In this match, it will be Raquel Rodriguez who qualifies. I think it's going to be her. I don't think Io and Rhea will both be in the chamber. Tank the Sun giving out gifts. I appreciate you. Oh, yeah. Sell is the best part. Indeed. Oh, my. Here comes Big Sexy on her way down to the ring, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah. Somebody said, will simp for Liv? By the way, somebody earlier said they thought I AI'd my leaping into the my leaping onto the snow earlier. So for those who didn't see the video earlier today,
I'm not gonna hold you. I really want to jump off this roof right now, but
just skip it to over here. Oh shit, that's
worth it.
Oh, wait. Yep. Oh, wait.
Okay, might still do it.
All right.
I might just jump on the deck. You know what? Let me not do that. Don't jump on the deck.
So,
don't do that. That's not smart. That's not smart.
I AI'd it. I recorded
Fuck!
it.
Only live once. Oh shit.
But yeah, I recorded it.
Okay.
My
All right.
my meta glasses.
Oh. It was worth it. That was worth it. Okay. Oh shit. Oh. I think I might have split my ball sack. Oh, that's not good.
So
Oh shit! No. Oh no, no, I'm okay. Oh, that was just ice. I'm all right. Oh Jesus. All right. Oh.
You know, and it's like
that might actually be my back.
Your body just start making weird
Oh. Oh Lord. Yeah.
That's in my backyard. I still gotta get folks the house to. Yeah, but jumped off the deck, if you will. Well, not the deck. Jumped off the roof to the deck. So good times. Maybe I needed to go call.
Hurt when the Chinese said, "When you seek revenge, dig 2 graves."
That's who I might have had to go call. But it was a good time nonetheless. Because snow was incredibly fluffy. Could I do it again tomorrow? I doubt it. Sargent 5 wants to hit the thunder for each thigh on EO Thigh Sky. Oh my. Somebody is ready to hear all kinds of thunder. Unfortunately, I'm unable to go and trigger thunder sounds. I'm not sure how to possibly go out there and make it happen. Kyrie Sane, EO Sky, facing off in the middle of the ring. Facing off in the middle of the ring right now. As Raquel is taking somewhat of a nap on the outside. Fuego put two on it, said 10 out of 10 of free use of free will. Yes, indeed. Why not? Like, legitimately, the whole time I'm there on the roof, like, if I jump down, would the snow break my fall? Oh, big back body drop there from EO onto Kyrie Sane as we enter into the final. This is the final match, actually, of the evening, because we're 2 hours into Monday Night Raw. Now that I think about it, the only thing that's remaining is AJ Styles' tribute here tonight. Who will be the final spot for the Chamber this Saturday? Oh, wait a minute. Both ladies getting picked up and a double fall away slam there from Raquel Rodriguez. God damn. DJ said, why the sound effects in videos always louder than my voice? Because, brother, I'm not the best at editing despite doing this for 10 years. Unfortunately. All right. Oh, wait. Oh, there's I say moonsault. Taking her out. And now she's starting to do the point here. Some clever alias in the building. What's going on? You missed a lot of what transpired. Gunther came out early. Interrupted Michael Cole and Corey Graves. Then he was escorted out of the building. Cody Rhodes came out next to essentially put everybody on notice for what he has, going on for the Elimination Chamber. We had Javon one-on-one with, well, this is out of order now, but Javon one-on-one with Kofi Kingston, which Javon came out with Offset. He was able to go out there and get a W. Other matches that took place, Maxine and Natty ended in a victory for Natty because Maxine got knocked out. In the other, or I should say the final qualifying match for the men, Jey Uso got the victory over Bronson Reed, who unfortunately was X'd out of the match. And who else was in that match? Who else was in that match? It's escaping me right now. El Grande Americano, the original. And was there another match? Trick Williams cut a promo. Brock Lesnar came out and announced he will have an open challenge at WrestleMania. And Punk came out and yapped for a little bit as well. Becky Lynch had a couple of segments there. Dominic Mysterio, Liv Morgan came out, and Liv chose Stephanie Vaquer as who she's going to meet at WrestleMania. And yeah, that might have been the whole show. I don't think I missed anything. Yeah, that might be it. Oh, big elbow right there from Raquel, dropping elbows right now on top of Io on the ground. Another fall away slam from Raquel, putting the pain onto Io. Raquel turns on Liv. It's a matter of when does something like that happen. I don't think that should happen going into WrestleMania. If they were to do it, it should happen significantly down the road. Oh, there's a couple of clubbing blows to the back of Raquel Rodriguez, and looks like Kyrie trying to get somewhat of a fisherman suplex on the hardest part of the ring. That's not going to happen. She don't got the strength or the facility. God dang, what happened to both the ladies? Raquel and Kyrie both went down as they cut the camera to black to prepare for the return from commercial break. Well, did she end up getting the fisherman suplex? What happened on the apron? They came back from, I hate the fact that they always end up going black and then coming back as if they returned back from commercial break. For the people who watching on the VPN, you shouldn't have that 2 to 3 second, disappearance of the action in order to say, hey, they came back from commercial break. Oh, Kyrie was late there. What happened on the apron? Because Kyrie was trying to set up a fisherman suplex. She don't got the strength to pick up Raquel, and somehow Raquel was down outside the ring. Raquel and Liv is definitely like Diesel and HBK, 93 to 95. Well, yes. Tone World T said, not going to hold you, but you're tired of Brock Lesnar. You understand he's supposed to be dominant, but damn, give us some selling to the small moves instead of the opponent giving power moves 24/7. Well, yeah, I agree. But then again, at the same time, it depends on who he's working with, because we saw him work with Daniel Bryan, and my God, did he put on an amazing performance. And I did see some discourse about, man, Brock will go and sell if he respects you. I think the context of the match matters, of course. But if he's going to be in a match, like, for example, when you put him in there with like a powerhouse, and the powerhouse is able to go out there and respond with what they got going on, I think you can have a hell of a match. Brock Lesnar Goldberg, the first match, it wasn't very good. The second match was a squash match in which Goldberg just ran through him. But their match at WrestleMania 33 was perfection for what you need from them two guys. So, albeit, unless you're facing Braun Breaker, you don't have that other Goldberg kind of aspect, and we don't know if Breaker is going to be available for Mania right now. So with that being the case, with his possible opponents being Oba or Gunther, which it should be Oba, they work big. They can work maybe 8 to 10 minutes and have an incredibly physical match. Is the EO match over? No. It's EO Kyrie saying in the ring right now, Raquel is by the timekeeper's area. Oh, what a backbreaker. Oh, EO's getting ready to go climb now. She's looking for that over the moonsault. Got her. Over the moonsault connects. She's got Kyrie Sane right where she wants. Kyrie rolled over to her stomach for no reason. Oh, and now Raquel just broke up the pin. Raquel just pulled Kyrie out the ring, and she broke up the pin. Kyrie is getting accosted right now outside the ring by Raquel. Big time lariat taking down Sane. All women in this match, current, obviously, in the case of EO, but also former tag team champions as well. Oh, jawbreaker right there. Guillotine on Raquel. EO's going up now. Big time missile drop kick right there from, and here comes the double knees. Got her in the corner. Io Sky, the step over on Raquel. Now she's going up, looking for the over the moonsault. But Raquel's gotten back up. Oh, shit, she got her in position for a Tahana bomb. Elbow right there from Io. Io go, what the hell was that? Oh my God, tornado DDT out of nowhere. Tornado DDT out of nowhere. Io's going up, looking for the over the moonsault. She was able to connect on Kyrie before. Kyrie pushes down Io. Kyrie's got Raquel in the drop zone. Kyrie's going up. Kyrie's coming down. She's able to, oh no, it's actually counted. The insane elbows counted.
Rel_the_warrior is
Raquel
now
got her
following.
up. Tahana bomb connects. 1, 2, 3. It's over. Raquel goes. I told y'all, Raquel fixing to go and qualify. I like that. I like that. I like that. Raquel Rodriguez got the W. I like that. I like that a lot. Io with a spectacular tornado DDT. Kyrie was able to go out there, push Shorty off, and the pacing of it all made sense too at the end of this match. I like that. Big W for Raquel. Big W for Raquel. That's what we wanted to see. Big W for Raquel. Big Mommy Cool gets that W. Oh, yeah. Bicep tear. Bronson Reed tore his bicep. He tore his bicep. So Seth Rollins tears his bicep. Braun Breaker gets a staph infection. Bronson Reed tears his bicep. Oh, my Lord. That's insane. That's insane. That's crazy, bro. Am I going to Raw next month? Potentially. Yeah, the Vision. The Vision has no life. What did he do to cause it? Maybe when he ran over to go and break up the pin, because remember, there was a pinfall cover. There was a pinfall where Bronson Reed ran over to go and break it up, but it was like his arms were extended. So maybe that's when it ended up happening, but that's tough. Now it's just Theory and Paul. And they have no sense of direction right now. What LA Knight doing at Mania now? You thought he was fighting Bronson. Nobody know. The Vision got no aura. Only Austin and Paul remaining. Says Sigma. Yeah, they're cooked. They're cooked. I don't know what they're gonna do to pivot because the whole stable. Now you just got the new folks who was added to the stable. What are you gonna do with them? Dirty Dom versus Penta next week. Oh, Dragon Lee versus Gunther next week as well. I like that. Tag titles. All right. Here's Kathy Kelly.
Elimination Chamber match, and someone who will be keeping a very close eye on that match. Please welcome my guest, WWE Women's Champion, Jade Cargill.
What's up? What's up? Can you say that again for the crowd?
Please welcome WWE Women's Champion, Jade Cargill.
Wait. And what else?
Two-time WWE Women's Tag Team Champion.
And what else?
2025 Queen of the Ring.
Exactly. So, go ahead with that question.
Well, Jade, earlier tonight, we saw Liv Morgan declare for WrestleMania. She will be facing Stephanie Vaquer. What is your response to that?
I think she made one of the smartest choices tonight, if you ask me. She knew I was going to mop her behind up and down that floor if she chose me.
Well, I know you'll be keeping a close eye on the Women's Elimination Chamber match. We have an incredible match coming up. The card is stacked. So tell me, how are you feeling heading into that?
Kathy, do you know me? Have I ever cared about any of these women? You need to understand I'm the...
Damn, they cut her off. They cut her off. Damn. They cut her off. She lost the time. See, Trick was able to make that 2 minutes work. Jade done lost her damn time. Pain. Yeah, Jade couldn't get it done in time. They cut her off because they were coming back from commercial break. They was coming back from commercial break. Damn, they got the Creed fucking music. Oh, Lord. They got the Creed music. Somebody gonna be crying. They got the Creed music for AJ Styles. They got the TNA. Damn. Folks who've been watching their whole damn life, seeing everything from AJ Styles, the phenomenal one. That brother been wrestling since the Clinton administration. You hope they got his New Japan footage as well? Nope, they skipped it. Because here's the WWE footage. Damn.
14 grams of...
Sargon said the top AJ moments. Oh, damn, you missed it earlier. I think we had answered that. Both his matches with Cena from the Royal Rumble when they never left the ring. And then this past match in Perth with John Cena. His retirement match with Gunther. Royal Rumble and then his Boneyard match. AJ not having a match again in TNA is crazy. Not necessarily if you consider the situation. His family needs him more than the people do. Damn. Yeah, you know that Creed, that Creed in the highlight package always makes you want to shed a tear. And you know what's wild about it? Not even really wild. He going out on top of his game. They're literally, you could watch AJ get in the ring right now. It's like Shawn Michaels. You going out on top. He was supposed to retire on TNA. No, he'll probably make an appearance in TNA, go into their Hall of Fame. He just won't have a match. Unbreakable 05 triple threat with Joe and CD was the first match you saw AJ wrestling. Still a hold up till this day. Legitimately set the standard for pro wrestling in the last 20 years. He's been an absolute monster in that ring. Cooks with whoever steps into the ring. Oh, they're going to hit that music one last time. Oh, damn. AJ walked into the damn corner. Son walked into the wall. And AJ Styles is here. I hope he ain't bleeding. That'd have been embarrassing. We haven't seen him since the Royal Rumble. Salmon-colored suit time is hilarious. Y'all think you about to pull a Mark Henry? Sarkin for 5 1 second. Give me something to lose to the yellow train. Give the the win is a W. And AJ's on the W train for you, indeed. The phenomenal AJ Styles in the building. Is AJ there? You turned it off after Brock? Well, yeah, AJ's back. He's in there now. He's in there now. Celebration in his own hometown is the way to go out as long as they honor it. Because professional wrestlers. Professional wrestlers. They be on some, yeah, we here, I retire. Next week, I'm back. Just sweet. Love you, Adonis. Wow, I appreciate that. Much love. Oh, I thought there was a lizard that was crawling on the damn mat. There was a goddamn drone. It was a drone. You think you're about to go out there, pull a Ric Flair? I will never retire. I actually have that clip in here somewhere. Where's the Ric Flair? Oh, it's in there somewhere. There it is.
That I will never retire.
Terry Funk had at least 15 retirements because he kept trying to retire forever. 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 Forever.
That I will never retire.
All right. The people making noise right now for AJ Styles. The whole hood saying thank you to AJ for a job well done throughout the course of his career.
The last time I did, I beat the piss out of Cody Rhodes, so I thought maybe I don't wear a suit. Listen, I thought this was going to be easy, so if I get a little choked up, it's not because I'm sad. Just want you guys to know that. I am so grateful to be in Atlanta, Georgia. I mean, I grew up 45 minutes down the road in Gainesville, Georgia. And that is a lot of things. People don't get to have a celebration like this when they retire. So I am incredibly thankful for this night.
Gunther got banned earlier.
That this doesn't happen very often, so thank you. But at my core, I'm still that kid from Gainesville, Georgia, who fell in love with professional wrestling.
And I wrestled in Gainesville, Georgia. And I wrestled in the Asylum in TNA in Nashville. And I wrestled in the Tokyo Dome in Japan. And I wrestled under the bright lights of WrestleMania. And man, I wrestled some OGs. In TNA, Daniels, Joe, Frankie Kazarian, we made a mark in wrestling, not just in TNA, but in professional wrestling. And then with some uncertainty, I left TNA and I went to Japan. And I met some good brothers over there.
Yeah, we know the Good Brothers. Too Sweet.
These guys, Gallows, Anderson, you showed me what it's like to have fun in pro wrestling. It's not serious all the time. And if I'm having fun, that means you're having fun. And that's what it's all about. I've literally done almost everything.
Except main event. He never meant to main event at a Mania.
I can tell you this. The one thing that I haven't done is be a full-time father.
Ah. His wife clapping hard for that one. Come home!
And you've heard this before. Missed birthdays. I've missed anniversaries. I've missed games. I missed, you name it, I've missed it all. And that's tough. That's tough. And my flex should be, at least most people think my flex should be all the world championships that I've won all over the world. But I'll tell you my biggest flex. Right here in front of God and everybody in Atlanta, Georgia, my biggest flex is having the best wife in the world.
Hey! Shout out to Wendy. In front of God, in front of the gay community.
You never slowed me down. You've never told me to stop. You kept pushing me forward. You held the family together, even though I watched them grow on FaceTime. You're the one. I love you. Now I know. Hey, by the way, thank you guys for being here. Avery, Albie, Annie.
Oh, son of a bitch. God damn it.
Avery, Albie, Annie.
Yeah, she a real one like Ray White.
AJ's
Facts.
at home with the flu. I love you, boy. But here's the thing. I know that things may have not went the way that you wanted to against Gunther at the Royal Rumble.
If y'all never saw Rey Mysterio's Hall of Fame induction speech, man, his wife, the real MVP.
But here's the thing. When you think about it, it was kind of poetic. Hear me out. Not many people get to go out where they started. My debut was at the Royal Rumble in 2016. And my match, my last one against Gunther, was at the Royal Rumble in 2026. Now, I know there's some questions about I didn't leave my gloves in the ring. Well, here's the thing. I am a man of my word. And at the end of the day, all we have is our word.
Oh, he's taking the jacket off. The Mark Henry swerve, I don't know.
I didn't take off my gloves at the Royal Rumble because I wanted to take them with me to the house and come here to Atlanta and be in this ring and leave my gloves at home.
That's going into the Hall of Fame right there. That's only fair.
From the bottom of my heart, I would have been nothing without you. Thank you for your love, and I love you right back. Thank you.
There's the mic. They running the credits. They running the credits. That's all she wrote, man. What a career. Y'all calling on Gunther. Gunther at the hotel. He eating some schnitzel right now. He's eating some schnitzel right now. There's the roster. Everybody came out to come and clap it up for AJ Styles. Y'all want him to pull a Mark Henry. There will be no Mark Henry. The gloves are off. The sleeveless hoodie is down. AJ Styles has officially rode off into the sunset. Triple H is out here as well. Everybody clap. That's it for the phenomenal one. What a career, huh? They got Triple Nose out in front. Cody Rhodes, of course, a sucker for wrestling. He's out there clapping. Damn, yeah, I don't know if they got enough space there on the ramp. Yeah, Jason Jordan spotted. The crowd's getting into it right there. Oh, it's Undertaker. Gong just hit. You already know it gotta be Taker who's in the building too. It was AJ who gave Undertaker his final match. It's only right that Undertaker's in the building to send off Styles. Oh, damn, he got to run to the ring. He's probably in that ring right now. You know he can't do the full-on Undertaker business. He got to come out as the American Badass. Yeah, you know Taker's always going to come. He gets an entrance at another guy's. You know he did it for Ric Flair. He came out again for, he didn't come out for Shawn Michaels, if I'm not mistaken, because Shawn Michaels, it was just Michaels HBK. Michaels walked, Michaels HBK, him and Hunter. Hunter met him at the top of the ramp. But it does make sense that you would have Undertaker come out here. Does Michelle get her own entrance now? Hey, don't do that to Taker now. Or I should say, don't do that to Mark. He was the one who gave Taker his last match, and it's only right that Taker gets a moment to go and acknowledge AJ Styles. Now, no, y'all want him to turn heel on Undertaker so bad. Folks said Mania again. Nah, bro, it's a wrap. You're not gonna see it from Taker. But let's see what Taker's got a mic.
You just gonna leave your stuff here and leave? But me and you, we got unfinished business.
Hold on, wait, what the hell? What's that about?
If you see me coming, you're already gone. I changed that phrase a little bit. Because if you see me coming, that means you're going.
You're going where?
It is.
Oh, he's gonna induct him into the Hall of Fame.
Honor.
He's gonna induct him into the Hall of Fame. That's right.
Inform you that you are the newest inductee.
Oh, wow. To the Hall of Fame, there it is. Oh, man.
In the 2026 class.
All right.
Of the WWE Hall of Fame.
How cool is that? All right. Son got inducted into the Hall of Fame. That's not, man, I really wish the WWE Hall of Fame had as much prestige. It's like, so Undertaker has become the David Baker of WWE. He comes around to induct folks into the Hall of Fame. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's better than Stephanie. Yeah, way better than Stephanie's announcement. Stephanie's announcement was cool. It was kind of awkward, but it was cool. AJ's announcement was even better. That was even better. That was actually pretty cool, man. That was actually pretty cool. It kind of got me a little emotional. I ain't gonna hold you. That was pretty cool, man. That was pretty cool, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. That gave you the feel of it being very, very prestigious. That's very cool. Yeah, Steph's not the headliner. Well, funny enough, Steph still might be the headliner, to be quite honest with you. Steph still might be the headliner, to be honest with you. But that's pretty damn cool. I ain't gonna hold you, man. That's pretty damn cool. Taker comes out. And see, I thought it was gonna be maybe a scenario where he tries to tease him into maybe, you know, wrestling one more time at Mania, but all right. So here's the problem. I don't want to say the problem, but here's the interesting thing. AJ's final match was at Royal Rumble, right? He's inducted into the Hall of Fame. No Cena? Like this is why I think with WWE they have to figure out. For one, I think they're still building it. I believe it's in Florida where they're going to have an actual center and have a real Hall of Fame. They can begin the process of maybe having busts for Hall of Fame. But there's no ballots. It's just, hey, we're gonna induct you, and then there's that. I'm happy that AJ's getting in. It's rightfully so. Also, he should get a induction into the TNA Hall of Fame as well. There shouldn't be a delay there either. See, that's the thing, right? Cena said no. The problem that you have is because you don't have an esteemed Hall of Fame with the prestige that's there, people can just go and turn it down. Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame is a little bit different. WWE Hall of Fame, hey, yeah, we wanted to induct you into the Hall of Fame. Oh, word? Cool, great. There's no actual, in my opinion, I don't know the legitimacy of it, but I don't know if there's a legitimate voting amongst the board where they have a number of different nominees. That's just not the case because, again, I've said this time and time again, Tori Wilson being in the Hall of Fame is great. Victoria, Mickie James aren't. That's weird to me. Weird to me. Doesn't quite make much sense. Batista was inducted and then delayed. That was interesting. Cena, for all intents and purposes, is the epitome of what would be a first ballot Hall of Famer. But he probably has allegations. He's going to be allegations. He probably has, what's the word that I'm looking for? Not allegations. He has, not recommendations. Engagements. The words escape me. But he obligations. There we go. Obligations. Allegations. Obligations. He probably has obligations for that particular weekend, so he's unavailable to be able to go. So, Mickey James did porn. That's why. China didn't go in individually, but she's in as a member of DX, and they highlighted her when they were talking about her going in. So, I can't necessarily go that far. And when the time comes, Maurice is going to mess around and get in as well. Nonetheless, I'm happy for AJ. I am. But they delayed it for Batista because he had if you guys remember, during they announced that he'd be going into the Hall of Fame for the 2020 class, and then the pandemic hit. Batista withdrew and said, hey, I'll do it a different time, and it got delayed. So it's just a matter of, I guess, waiting for when Batista's going to get in. Yeah, so they delayed it.
Icemansker96 is
But
now
yeah,
following.
man, AJ's going into the Hall of Fame. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Next inductee should be Simon Dean. Don't piss me off. But waiting on Orton. You know, Orton should be like Mysterio and get inducted while he's still going. But then I think there's a number of different people who they should mess around and begin the process of inducting folks right now. Austin at 5 said AJ more than deserves it. One of the finest men on and off camera in wrestling history. Planet EJ. But 2 said, so if AJ gets in before John Cena, because there's no legitimate ballot, so it don't even really matter. At this point, it's just a matter of, yo, you get in, you get in. Think about it. Vince isn't even in the Hall of Fame, and I don't think he gets in until, and he already said himself he doesn't want to put himself in. He's probably going to end up going in posthumously. Is that how it's pronounced? He's going to go in most likely after he passes, by way of them acknowledging him. But I think, for obvious reasons, Vince is away from the company. But when the time comes, he should have already, been into the hall, because you despite him being a sexual deviant, an absolute sex pest, he may not be the greatest human being. His contributions to wrestling, second to none. But of course, as we know, with Hall of Fame and stuff, celebrating somebody's contribution, you also have to celebrate the person. So that's not happening anytime soon. But a number of different people are going to mess around and have to go and get in there. Even The Rock's not a part of the Hall of Fame. Even The Rock's not in the Hall of Fame. He inducted his grandfather and his father in 2008, but The Rock's not in the Hall of Fame. Triple H went in, 2 years ago? Maybe 3? So who knows? Baseball Hall of Fame is stupid because their voting is incredibly, tough. I think it's ridiculous. No, Owen Hart will never go in because his family constantly had turned it down, and they have no desire to see the company that pretty much, well, maybe the time can come. Well, no, because Triple H is at the helm, and Brett most likely is going to have to be the one who gives the okay.
Zick Bad Bull is now following.
Widow. So as ominous as it sounds, if and when both of them pass, maybe you'll see a situation in which they acknowledge Owen, but you've seen enough put Vince Russo in the hall. Nah, that's never gonna happen. Funny enough, speaking of somebody who was a booker, Jim Cornette should be in the Hall of Fame, but for obvious reasons, they don't want to give that man a live mic again. So there's that as well. Because I remember when they inducted the Rock and Roll, which I thought was interesting. Because if you induct the Rock and Roll, you kind of have to induct the Midnight, because they inherited the WCW lineage as well. So how don't you induct Midnight? Midnight should be in there as well, along with Jim Cornette. So there is that. Perhaps the O2 Clash should go in together, shed light on the Ruthless Aggression era. Yes, the OVW4, really the OVW5, because Shelton was there as well, and Shelton's had a spectacular career, multi-tag team champion, multiple, intercontinental champion. I think it's a multiple intercontinental champion. Shelton's had a very stellar career. He should have been world champion when he was the gold standard in 2009. Truly, I believe that's when they should have pulled the trigger on him. But all in all, you know, very, 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 very great wrestlers who probably will have to sit around and just wait for the time to come for them, but they'll all, you know, mess around and get in. No, Jim Cornette's not in the Hall of Fame. He's never been inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. No, I believe he's in the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. He's not in the WWE Hall of Fame. He's not in the WWE Hall of Fame. I think Martel is in. Jim Johnson should be getting into the Hall of Fame as well because his contributions to professional wrestling, primarily WWE, WWF, with the theme songs, you absolutely cannot beat what he's been able to do. Nonetheless, all the losers here today, they know exactly where they're going. Take out your Omni card and get aboard the L train. And the winners,
after I get that W, dun, 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 dun.
we getting old to the point that people we know is either retired or their souls to the heavens. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? That's the wild thing about aging, man. It's like the individuals who you grew up watching are now, you know, they're pretty much like done. And what sucks about it is, you know, the way I view it, when I was a kid growing up and I used to hear the older heads tell stories about Andre, because I caught like the tail end of Hogan, Savage, Luger, not kind of Hall, but not really. We was able to get the second back half of Michaels because I really started watching 98. I'm 4 years old in 98. I still have some fond memories of 98, 99, and 2000. I vividly remember everything from 2001 on. But I used to hear people talk about Andre the Giant. Andre had passed in 93 before I was born. I would hear people tell stories about Junkyard Dog. I would hear people tell stories about wrestling in the 80s, right? Bro, and this, not for nothing, but for those of us who were watching wrestling through the 2000s, bro, that's 20 years ago. There's legitimately people who are adults now who've watched wrestling their whole life. They've never actually seen Eddie Guerrero wrestle live. They've never seen Chris Benoit wrestle live. They don't know those guys. Hogan, it's a distant memory. They Savage, they don't know those guys. And a lot of them have no desire to know those guys because we, like my era of those who were growing up in the 2000s into the 2010s, but primarily late 90s into the 2000s, really, you would watch, you know, from the original WrestleMania into, you'd learn about Piper, you'd learn about Orndorff, Zbyszko, San Martino. You could go back and you'd watch the matches from the 70s, you'd watch matches from the 80s, maybe you'd even go to the 60s, but we weren't watching anything of Gorgeous George. We didn't care about Happy Humphrey, Haystacks Calhoun, all those individuals of that. Well, maybe Bruiser Brody was a little bit different, but he wasn't even in that era regardless. But the Von Erichs, the Freebirds in the 80s, we would watch from like maybe late 60s, the 70s on, Dusty, in the AWA and everything of that nature. We would watch that kind of stuff. Today's wrestling fan, what we considered the vintage then, our childhood is now the vintage. You'll see some stuff of the 90s. Some folks now have no idea about Owen Hart. Nothing. Yeah, some of the Luthez, Killer Kowalski, all of those, like the incredibly older guys, and so we would watch some of that stuff in order to kind of get into Harley Race, Terry Funk, Dory Funk, all of those guys when you were learning about the origins of wrestling. Now, for them, learning the origins of wrestling, You in like the 90s. You ain't watching stuff from the 80s. Folks, look at Flair, just an old man. If you give your top 5 wrestlers in ring, like forget technical and brawler, mauler, grappler, high flyer. I always break everything into sections, but all around, just professional wrestlers, showmen. Some folks, in the kids now, ain't gonna mention Flair is just an old man. That's Charlotte's dad. They got no idea what Flair did in the ring. None. You put on a promo from the 80s, it doesn't track for them. You put on some dusty stuff, oh, boy, I'm hearing a list. It doesn't track for me. That's just time passing us by. It's just time passing us by. It's interesting, man. It really is. Because I'll listen to the conversation, aren't it? I'll listen to the conversation. I'm like, man, can I fault y'all? Because I wasn't going back to watch like the Gorgeous Georges and all the other stuff. So if y'all not trying to go and learn about Magnum TA before the accident, learn about Jake the Snake Roberts, hear about Randy Savage, Ricky Steamboat, George the Animal Steel, the Midnight Express, the Rock and Roll Express, Demolition, all the Barry Windham, Ole Anderson, Tully Blanchard. If you don't want to know them guys, Stan Hansen, Big Van Vader, King Kong Bundy. That's just the Road Warriors. That's just the path of life. Where the folks who it's like, yo, damn, Eddie been gone. This year it's gonna be 21 years. They got folks who grown adults, no idea. It's like, yo, you just a legend. You got no idea what it was like. Yeah, you got to hold on to that and then pass down, the history of what it was that you saw and instill that into the next generation across all sports. Across all sports. Wild, man. Like even with The Rock, you know one thing that really opened my eyes, the build to WrestleMania 40. I vividly remember people were saying, yo, so this is what they were talking about when it came to The Rock. Because think about it. The fans, when was the only times that they saw The Rock? Him and Cena. And let's keep it a buck. The build from WrestleMania 27 to WrestleMania 28. Cena won that. Rock was gone. They had their match. He won the title against Punk. They had their match. He tore his fucking abdomen. So it wasn't as good as the first one. He was off, and then you had just miscellaneous appearances. He just announced the gate. That was it. They didn't really know Attitude Era Rock. Hollywood Rock was 3 months. So when he came back, they're like, oh, yo, y'all overrating this dude. He's not even that great.
Oh my God.
Then the final boss showed you what he can do in just
CJ_version 1
months.
just resubscribed for 8 months. I'm addicted to the marble races.
I appreciate that, CJ. Much love. Z Rich said you was 3 when Eddie passed away. I still remember the day that I found out Eddie passed. I still remember the moment. I still remember where I was standing, or where I was supposed to be, how I felt after, all of that. And it came right back to me after Brad Arnold passed away a couple of weeks ago. Yup, some people don't even know Shawn Michaels started out in the tag team. Folks see Shawn Michaels now, he's just an old man. Because he's been out of the ring. We're not going to count Saudi Arabia. He's been out the ring 16 years. They don't know. Funny, man. It's funny. And I'll be asking my dad from time to time. He never really gives me the answer I'm looking for, but maybe that's the beauty in it because he doesn't really understand it as well. Like, bro, what was it like when you realized Like you're becoming not that you're becoming old, but there's a generation that has since passed you by. Like now you find yourself talking about the good old days. Like when you were a kid, there is no good old days. Like sometimes you'll reference back, like, oh, I remember this here, but how do you explain that? I don't know. It's weird, man. That's the funny thing about aging. And I'm only 31. It's not as if, motherfuckers, I'm sure that there's a couple of people who's in their like late 40s, some in their 50s. We have a couple of people who in their 60s who be popping into the chat, especially as it pertains to wrestling. Like, how do you put that into words? Like people who grew up as teenagers, or maybe you were already full-fledged adults, Lazy giving out even more gifts. Full-fledged adults during the Attitude Era. How do you explain that feeling? The Monday, there's a gentleman at my gym. He was a teenager during the Monday Night Wars. Talk about the greatest time to be a professional wrestling fan. You're a teenager, early 20s. The height of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Fuck the establishment, drinking beer. Man, if I could have been a teen, I'd have been wilding out. The Dudleys. Oh, damn, Lazy double back. He done put 40 gifts. My apologies. Lazy giving out all kinds of gifts. Donation. Oh, hell yeah. People don't even know Triple H's ring name. Yeah, they don't know it's Hunter Hearst Helmsley. They don't know about terrorizing. They don't know none of that shit. They don't know none of that shit. Now, albeit, you don't know what you don't know. There's no issue there. But some folks have no desire to know. Like the discourse, I think it was a couple of weeks ago when I had mentioned it briefly on the stream where people say, Triple H is incredibly overrated. He was never that good. Like, bro, I understand you don't like his booking. I understand he definitely did latch on to a number of different people during the career. But what we not gonna make it seem as if, Triple H was just straight up ass. That is not the case. Come on now. Come on now. We was he ever solely the top guy? Oh yeah. No. It was always somebody else who was there. But I'm not gonna sit there and make it seem as if he wasn't one of the greatest heels of his generation. Okay, Shawn fucked up his back, and that opened up the door for Triple H to get an opportunity. Austin ends up leaving, having to go and get surgery. Rock and Hunter in 2000. Albeit, you could say, oh, well, Rock was a bigger star. Cool. Triple H was the biggest heel in wrestling across the entire industry. There's no denying that. You can't take that away from him. And he was tough as nails. You tear your quad and still get put into the walls of Jericho. A lot of people can say, man, Triple H could have been a pansy. He was brown-nosing it in order to go and, get opportunities. The one thing you can't say is the man wasn't tough. Bret Hart can say whatever the fuck he want about Triple H. The one thing he can't say is Triple H sweet. Can't call Triple H sweet. You can't say he's sweet. Lazy giving out even more gifts. That's 60 gifts at the tail end of the stream. Lazy giving out gifts, holding it down for the community. Mick Foley. Oh my God. The amount of people, they never saw Foley. They just think he's just a dude who got thrown off the cell. They didn't see nothing in Japan. They didn't see nothing of the many different faces of Foley. They just see highlights of man's getting thrown off the cell. Oh, I have no idea how people can get into this dude. All he got is just cheap pops here and there.
Is now following.
They got no idea. Farouk, they think he's just a catchphrase. Damn. You don't know enough about Ron Simmons, first black world heavyweight champion. Mark Henry. Let me tell you something right now. Hall of Pain, Mark Henry, I think is the most over Mark Henry for obvious reasons. But 2006 Mark Henry? Fuck. 2002 when he was wearing the damn blue, what is it, leotard is it called? He's wearing, man, that brother was moving. I remember he jumped. Who was it? When, when they do the whole wrestling sequence, go to the floor and then sometimes jump over somebody. Mark Henry jumped over somebody. I forget who it was. Still rings true in my damn mind. Sexual chocolate, Mark Henry. Rob Van Dam. Now, Rob Van Dam, I don't think anybody forgot because it's almost impossible. Like, you see this dude doing fucking squats with a dumbbell in betwixt his leg and shit. Ridiculous. Like, some people, it's kind of hard to not be able to identify what they got. Like Kane, that's difficult. Undertaker, that's difficult. I did see some discourse where some folks were talking about Undertaker overrated. What was that? Was that maybe last year when they were talking about it? But I think that was primarily circulated around politics because he had Trump come on to his podcast, and naturally, people, you got to. I ain't gonna fault, folks who dislike the president. So you go over there, you're like, ah, man, fuck Taker. Okay, cool. He was actually whack anyway. All right, let's not do that. Let's not do that. But yeah, it's like, let's not be obtuse. It was the same thing when like Hogan died. Okay, cool. Man, fuck Hulk Hogan. Oh yeah. Warranted. Completely understand. Yeah, and he was terrible too. He was never able to draw. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. I ain't saying you gotta like son. I ain't saying you gotta like son. But let's not, willfully be obtuse. Let's not do that now. You started watching wrestling when you was 11. In 2010, didn't know anything about the wrestlers in the 80s and 90s, early 2000s until you started watching the Dark Side of the Ring. Yeah, and Dark Side of the Ring will open up the door for you to be able to at least see some stuff that's there. And it's very brief, but then you might want to go and tune into the matches, and you're looking like, oh shit, yo, this person was all right. Yeah. So it'd be like, yeah, it's the same thing with like Benoit. Like, don't get me wrong. I've said time and time again, especially with now, I believe in my video I talked about it briefly, but with the heightened awareness of mental health and the growing information that you're learning about CTE, although I don't believe it will happen for Benoit, there'll be some individuals who ultimately people will end up changing their opinion about them. Since the Chris Nowinski's report of like 85-year-old man, dementia patient, all this other stuff going on, take into account with the heartbreak of Eddie and all the other stuff, I'm not going to exonerate his behavior by any estimation. However, you have to consider who the man was on that particular weekend wasn't who he was the entirety of his life. Furthermore, that doesn't take away from his ability inside the ring. Like I'm not gonna make it seem as if, oh, you wasn't the greatest. In my opinion, he's the greatest technical wrestler of all time. That's my goat. That's my goat. I'm not gonna make it seem as if you can't wrestle now. I always make the parallel comparison to Darren Sharper in football. Darren Sharper is a terrible human being. Is he not one of the greatest safeties of all time? You was bending over ladies against their will. You should burn in hell. That mean you ain't know how to intercept a football like a motherfucker? No. Kevlock for 5 said, just watch RVD versus Jeff Hardy hardcore championship match. Now that was good. Great match. Marvello per 5 said, your little bro once thought that Mankind and Mick Foley were brothers. Oh, I would not be surprised. 98 had me in a motherfucking goddamn head spin. I didn't watch the Royal Rumble live. I rewatched, I think in like 2001. I was, all right, so there's Mankind. Cactus Jack. Dude, Love. How does he keep getting in here? Like how his son just kept pulling up in the Rumble, son. Son kept pulling up in the Rumble. Like how? What's going on? You a different person? It's not possible. Had me in a blender, so I was confused. Oh man, Too Cold Scorpio? Shit. Yeah, man, they had some great people, man. Great people. They were very good at what they were doing. Mr. Nobody, nah, we don't go by that name. It's Peak Angle. Peak Angle. We got to respect what Kurt had wanted to remove the name of Perk and replace it with Peak. Hardy Boys, Dudley Boys, Edge and Christian, legendary matches. Could never take that stuff away from anybody. It's timeless So even with Bubba Ray, Bully Ray, like, oh, don't get me wrong. I completely understand. People are like, man, he's an asshole. He's a bit of a bully. Same thing with JBL and all that other stuff. Absolutely. We're not in the locker room, though. The people who were in the locker room, they can be the ones who go and speak. And those who do, gotta take what they say and roll with it. You was actually in the locker room. You was accosted by those individuals, albeit cool. I'm not going to take away their impact from wrestling, though. JBL, when he became Bradshaw, when he became JBL, there is no denying he perfected his craft. The JBL character was perfect. Absolutely perfect. From the hat to the trunks to the goddamn car with the long horns on it, the mic work, everything about the character was absolutely perfect. That was the epitome of professional wrestling. You can't sit there and be on, man, he was ass. I promise you, you don't know wrestling if that was the case. Amazing. Amazing. JBL, man, listen, I've said before, JBL did his job so well. Like when Eddie died, I legit was like, why didn't they take JBL? Because I kid you not, it was real to me. If news and 2005, really 2004 as well. I truly believe this in my heart. If news had broke, breaking news, JBL passes away in a car crash in 2004, motherfuckers, yeah, you would forget that's actually a human being. You'd say, fuck the character. Yes, he's gone, because he did his job so well. So much so that till this day, there's some people who, when everything was going on with shit, it's still going on now with ICE and all this other stuff, people still till this day would be on, nah, man, yo, JBL's at fault for, maybe not blaming JBL directly for it, but they immediately associate JBL with that. His whole politics is the whole opposite way. He got to convince you he's damn near on the other. It's the whole other way. I don't give a fuck what people's politics are, but the way you could see it on Twitter. Nah, man. Yo, it's JBL, man. Yo, we need him go. I hate this dude. Oh, wait, he turned the leaf. You never knew his personal life. You just knew the character. But he made you believe it because he's so good at what he did. He's so good at what he did. Ted DiBiase had that. Current generation don't know about DiBiase. They don't know about DiBiase. They don't know. Ted DiBiase, if Ted was wrestling now, the IWC would try everything in their power to have that man canceled. They'd do everything in their power to try to have that man canceled. When you're good, you're fucking good. When you're good, you're fucking good. That's why I've said time and time again. I understand with professional wrestling, some people could say, it's corny. Some people could say, how do you buy in to the goofiness that's there? I always respond when it's done well. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like, don't even bring up no Curran White. Stop it. Don't even bring up no Curran White. Stop. Muhammad Hassan. Muhammad Hassan was too damn good at his job, albeit bad timing. Albeit bad timing. Damn London bombings fucked up Muhammad Hassan's heat. He was doing his whole thing. They done summoned the motherfucking folks to go and beat up Undertaker. These motherfuckers wanted to go and try to recreate 9/11 inside the damn London train station. Say, shit. Ooh, that's a little bit too close to home. Hey, Muhammad Hassan gotta go. Yeah, Undertaker, Great American Bash. Powerbomb him out of America. All right, well, there went the last ride. Muhammad Hassan went through the stage. We never saw him again. it was a wrap. But man, that dude, he was great at what he did. Nah, his theme song was gas. I kid you not. Every time I see my boy Brown, the one half of the black and brown film, damn, some of y'all don't even know about that. But one half of the black and brown films, bro, I always play Muhammad Hassan theme song. He's like, oh man, that's some bullshit. I learned a word in Arab, sharmut, which I believe was sharmut means shut up, is it? Sharmut. But yeah, Muhammad Hassan, that theme song, heat. I actually I love playing Day of Reckoning too. In the what is it? The prime suspect angle in the story mode when it's Muhammad Hassan who comes out and that's your opponent. Well, I think that's your first angle inside of the game. Yeah, because in the storyline, somebody stole the World Heavyweight Championship. So yeah. Yeah. Piper in today's climate is great. Yeah, a lot of people, they wouldn't be able to work. They just Lawler? Oh, Lawler would have been canceled for different reasons, of course. Well, I mean, multiple different reasons, obviously. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. The amount of people who were dating teenage girls, crazy. What the fuck were they doing? Now, albeit, nah, I can't even try to make sense of it. But yeah, you know, throughout history, they had child brides and shit. Like, still, like, yo, what you mean you in your 30s? You want some, you just came out of junior high? What you got between them legs? Like, that's kind of crazy. But all that being said, yeah, a lot of people would have been canceled. Yeah, they would have hated Shawn Michaels because aesthetically, they would have loved heel. Yeah, Pat Patterson would have been clipped. They would have loved what heel Shawn Michaels was probably doing on television until they find out what he's actually doing behind the scene. It'd have been a wrap. Yeah. Now, there's some stuff that is objectively crazy that no matter the era, you can kind of say, yo, it was wild. And there's some stuff where it's, hey, that was just the 90s. Hey, that was just the 80s. There are some stuff where there's no excuse for that in any era. Great theme. So yeah, I was listening to Gang Grill's theme song a little bit earlier today, actually, while I was shoveling. Yeah, wrestling for you back then was good because you couldn't miss every single week. Yeah, that's a fact. Nobody's gonna tell you Tori Wilson has an OnlyFans. I did not know this. Don't want to know this. Gotcha, that's bitch. Not my business.
4025 is now following.
She still looks amazing. But damn, I'm trying to see that 50-year-old OnlyFans. Just Google a photo, brother. You just Google a photo. Stacy Keebler, those legs went all the way up. What do I think? Rick Rude, spectacular. Rick Rude would have been over in today's. He would have been over in today's era of wrestling too. The only concern would be how far he would end up going. But Rick Rude would end up working in today's era as well. Rick Rude was very good at what he did. But it just it depends on how far he'd be able to go. Because 100% they'd try to cancel. Val Venus would have never made it with his gimmick today. No, yeah, it wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have worked. It would not have worked. It would not have worked. They would have immediately, because from the start, it would have stopped. And it wouldn't even have mattered about, oh man, the live audience is enjoying it. Wouldn't even have mattered. Boogeyman was never really over like that. Boogeyman was more of like a gimmick. So it's like, oh man, Boogeyman stuff hit. Like, no, I in my opinion, I don't know folks who was really going to the shows saying, yo, we can't wait to see what Boogeyman's gonna do. That wasn't my experience. Can I imagine Lexus King as a modern version of his father?
Micro87 is now following.
It wouldn't work. Well, kind of to a degree, but because we've seen it already with his father, like if it was his father trying to do what he was doing now for the first time and we never saw it, it could work only to a fault because the smart marks are probably going to mess around and ruin it. Because the benefit is, because folks want to know everything so much now, I had the Hulk Hogan infamous tweet of don't work, what is it, that work yourself into a shoot. A lot of fans would end up working themselves into a shoot thinking that they know more than they actually do. All that being said, those who really blurred the lines would make things very interesting. But I would be very curious of how much the internet would ruin so much. Truly, if Undertaker were to have started his gimmick in 2026 and we knew he had to go 30 years, he doesn't make it 30. The wrestling fan would ruin it. Absolutely ruin it. Anybody who was supposed to have a mystique about them, the internet would ruin it. Would absolutely ruin it. So, because like in today's day and age, across everywhere, people want to believe that they're smarter than they actually are. So because that's the case, you go and you spoil things. You go and you leak things. You go and you skew information. And you destroy what you claim you love before things can even get off the ground. So, wrestling fans know too much now, and they want to know more. That's a problem. That's why I didn't like Unreal. The idea of opening up the door, and obviously kayfabe already being dead, but having discussions of how you're doing bookings. Now you got motherfuckers thinking they know everything that's going on. Hence why I even said, hey, are you open to the possibility that you're being worked by this show? Because what you believe they're going to show you everything? What are we doing here? But all that being said, why do you want to know everything? You're hiding Kane's identity, like some stuff. It wouldn't like, oh yeah, he's Glenn Jacobs, yeah, because if you consider the size here and then that there, that's got to be him. But what does that do for you if you know? The beauty is in the mystery and not knowing. You need to know. That ruins it. It's like, imagine if, the best way I could probably put it, and then I'll get up out of here. You know how now shows release on these streaming services the whole season at once? So rather than have it drop episodically, where it's, oh, wait, I got an episode today, then I got an episode next Monday, then so it'll be 10 weeks of building up to a climax, and you never know. These shows will drop. Oh, well, the whole first season is up right now. The way these fans consume, yo, you know what I'm going to watch? I'm going to watch the final episode first, and then I'm going to go back to episode 1. Yeah, I already know what's going to happen. This not going to catch me off guard. I already know what's going on. You just ruined it for yourself. You don't, and then to make matters worse, not only that, yo, I want to be first. So not only am I going to watch the finale, I'm going to also share on a global public platform. This is what happened in the finale. You just ruined it for everybody. Gotcha, bitch.
It's the Biggie Jordan is now following.
What did that do for you? Yeah, man, this is who. Imagine watching Scooby-Doo. You already know who's responsible. You gonna watch the show? Fuck no. It don't serve no purpose no more. Yo, let's do long division, but this is the answer. What? I was. Damn. Huh. Imagine getting ready to watch the NFL season. Yo, the Super Bowl champion of the Detroit Lions win Super Bowl 61. What? Is that a guarantee? Yeah, the Detroit Lions are going to win their first championship. Oh. Well, that's exciting. I wonder how they did it, but now it kind of don't matter. Like, am I going to be entertained by the games? Yeah. Am I going to tune in? Probably, but you know, that factor of the anxiety of not knowing who's gonna win, that kind of ruins it for me, huh? But hey, that's the that's today's fan across the board. That's why I don't read manga. Because if I'm going to watch the anime itself, what am I going to read the manga for? Now, albeit there's some stuff that's in the manga that's not in the anime. But if I'm going to watch the anime, I don't want to spoil it for myself. I'd rather get caught off guard. I'm good. I'm good. So, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. If that's what you into, cool. But then just keep that shit to yourself. Folks just be posting shit, then go viral. I didn't know it's going to go viral. Come on. People don't got imaginations. They don't want to have one. Yeah. It's ridiculous, man. That instant gratification, it ruins it. Absolutely ruins it, man. Nonetheless, I appreciate y'all tuning into the stream. I will not be live for Elimination Chamber. I'm going to an event that evening, so I'm most likely going to have to watch in the morning. Luckily enough, I can keep myself off of social media so I don't spoil things for myself. But I will be live Friday night SmackDown. Stay tuned this week. Chiseled Adonis Awards will be dropping. As I stated, I won't have it done before February, or I should say after February is concluded. So 100% will have that done. Also, am I left-handed? No. The gentleman who got elbowed and slapped, I'll have a quick video done on him tomorrow as well. Fighting commentary tomorrow. I think tomorrow's most likely going to mess around to be a double upload, so stay tuned for that. Of course, the shorts will continue to go crazy. Continue to hit the subscribe button, share, comment, like, and subscribe as always. I appreciate y'all tuning into the stream. Y'all have yourselves a very good night. We stuck on for an additional what? Maybe 50? No, not 50 minutes. Maybe 45 minutes. That's neither here nor there. Y'all been awesome. This has been great. As always, Eddie, take us out.
Good night. Suck my dick. Bye-bye.